down. Alright. That move was sick. Yo, let's go,
dude. Nice fucking hit.
Like the Napa note.
Napa knows how.
Alright, welcome in
so
everybody. Squall Rush. And welcome to the Senzu Talks podcast, where we talk about all the stuff, the nerdy stuff, gaming, anime, and some nerdy news, while I am streaming some gameplay myself. And today's game will be, why not other than the early access Sparking Zero? So yeah. Let's see. Intro question will be, I had one and I forgot it.
Oh, dude.
Favorite soda? I don't know.
That's a good one. So yeah, it's your boy Squall Rush, the gaming addict, the anime nerd, the Dragon Ball Z fanatic, the most handsome guy on TikTok you'll ever see in your whole life. I got a link tree Squall Rush, where you can find all my other what's it called? All my other accounts to follow if you want to. And yeah, favorite soda, I'm gonna have to go with root beer. All right, Seven Ninja, go ahead.
Okay. I see you, Skull. I'm 7 Ninja 7. You can find me at Rumble, Game Jolt, MeWe. It should be 7 Ninja 7, the Phantom, and the Avatar should be me. Just shoot me a message. I'll let you know. Regardless, favorite soda. Well, we're still in my favorite root beer. I'm telling you. But you know what? I'm gonna go a little extra step. Okay, I got some bottles I saved in particular for this very moment.
Are we finally
So
gonna get a video stream of Ninja?
my favorite root beer out of all of them has to be Genuine Hank's Gourmet Root Beer in Philadelphia.
What the hell is that? I've never heard of that soda.
Yeah.
It fucking better be delicious if you're gonna go that specific.
It's got
So,
it's got that real sugar cane in it, bro. It's
that's one of them sodas that you can only find in like one town in the country. Is a promotion?
what you
Is
got,
that your
cold sauce?
granddad's company?
Nah.
I turn. All right, hang on. Let me.
Now we're
Not
skipping you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Hunter, aka Secret Cold Sauce. You can find me on TikTok at Hunter on Tik. I'm the actual hottest guy on TikTok. You can tell when you go look me up by my extremely handsome face and body. Anyways, my favorite soda, fucking Sprite, man. Ever since I was a little kid, I always loved Sprite. What's sexual about Sprite?
Like cold sauce. I need to play this at some point for his theme. Bro, is the frames dropping for you?
Dude, yeah, Squall, you ain't. There ain't no fucking way I'd be able to play that game like that.
You said there's frames dropping on this game?
On the Discord?
On the Discord?
That thing's
Yeah.
skipping like a now that's what I call music 2003 CD.
Check. I remember that. Check my.
That thing's skipping like a popular song that Skrillex got his hands on.
Hold on.
I want to
I need
start
to
out my
see if
topic.
Yeah, we can start with your topic.
All right.
before we start,
Let me grab my
Squall,
phone because I
it
wrote
just
notes
dawned
for
on
this
me.
one.
Well, you do have us talking, right? About to check
Yeah.
the stream myself.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, we're good. Good.
Okay. So now start.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
we've
go
been
ahead.
live. Yeah, you go ahead.
All right.
What's your topic?
All right. Cool. So here's my topic. All right. I wrote down some notes. Like I told Squall earlier, I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay. So
hmm
wrote down some notes. Title of this topic is Jujutsu Kaisen or Naruto. I'm gonna I'm gonna list off some things here. You guys tell me which anime I'm talking about right now. Main character has a very powerful demon inside him. He's also naturally very strong himself. He's an orphan. He's energetic and happy-go-lucky, and very determined to achieve whatever he puts his mind to. He's also surprisingly smart at times. He has a cheerful attitude and wants to be close with his emo-looking teammate. The emo-looking teammate is gifted, also an orphan, acts really smug like he's better than everyone else, rejects the main character, and acts like he doesn't want to be his friend. Okay. Now, the teacher of these two has a very nonchalant attitude, is incredibly gifted, highly respected among the organization they work for, has white hair, covers parts of his face, tests his students without them knowing it's a test. And he's also known for being late to things. What show am I
You're
talking
talking about
about?
Team 7.
Well,
You're talking about Team 7 Naruto.
you were talking about Team 7 Naruto until you said the teacher is incredibly gifted. Then you were
Excuse
talking
me?
then you were talking
Dude,
about Gojo there.
Kakashi was literally the youngest Jonin the Hidden Leaf Village ever had until Itachi came.
Still weak.
Still weak. No one's stronger than him. Out of
Bro,
all the Jonin in the village, Kakashi is the strongest.
he got whooped by Zabuza and he got whooped by Pain.
He won that fight. What are you talking about?
Oh, he lost that fight. Which one?
He
He
did
died.
not.
He died to Pain.
Pain? Yeah. The fucking main villain of the show? Sure.
I thought that was Madara.
Dude. Are you talking to me or the chat?
You?
Dude. I was talking about Jujutsu Kaisen the entire time.
See, you're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Shigeru is not that gifted. He's kind of weak. The emo friend.
The
He
teacher
always
is Gojo.
he kind of gets his
What are you
ass
talking
whooped
about?
all the time.
He looked pretty badass when I saw him fighting that demon in the hospital.
Yeah, those are kind of some weak
Nah,
monsters. Every fight after that, he just gets his ass whooped.
All I'm saying is, as far as episode 1, 2, and 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen is concerned, this is somebody's Naruto fan fiction.
when you started talking about the emo friend thinking they were better than the rest of his team, I wouldn't put that on Megumi. Megumi's kind of got more of a level head. Like he's still a little about being a sorcerer, low board. Like he's elite in a sense. But I would argue that that particular part of your notes, it goes more to Sasuke than to Megumi. Um, and that all comes from the fact of when Megumi meets Yuji, he's not he's trying to keep him out of danger because he's a citizen, But like at the end of the day, when he fails, he actually actively feels it. It's not kind of those I'm after revenge, I'm edgy, I'm angsty. No, this is more like I failed a civilian. How can I call myself a sorcerer? That's what I feel with Megumi.
Oh, I've seen Sasuke have moments like that, especially in the tuning exams. Actually, like acknowledging his failures and need to grow was why he went to Orochimaru in the first place. So, Squall,
So,
are you ready to accept the truth that Jujutsu Kaisen is a Naruto ripoff?
nope.
Fucking lame. Yeah.
Never will. Gojo's greater than Kakashi. Sasuke's greater than Fushiguro.
Still a ripoff.
Nope. I refuse to
Believe. All right, what's the next topic?
believe. You gave up that
I
easily?
figured you had more to say.
I'm not gonna argue with like you literally lying to yourself. I can see it in your eyes. That's why you shouldn't video stream all the time.
Nah, I'm just hard headed sometimes. Not on a bunch of things, but this whole Naruto is the same shit as Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, you're not hard headed.
Definitely
You're hard
not.
for Gojo.
Hey man, I could say the same thing about you with Kakashi.
But you know what? I am hard for Kakashi. How about that?
At least you
'Cause
can
I'm a
admit it.
fucking man, and I ain't got no problem admitting my true feelings about anybody. Should be quiet. I already know.
Well,
I hear you loading the gun. I, I'm not talking about that on live stream.
All right. Let's see. So, as you guys know, or if you haven't heard yet,
Mr. Most Handsome Person. Oh, I'm sorry.
switch up. Pick there.
righty. The goat. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, the goat.
What's my
He
best?
died at 76, peeps. Sadly.
Oh, that's who you were talking about. Narrator?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's the most memorable voice from the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Secret Cold Sauce has brought up Jujutsu Kaisen is the exact ripoff of Naruto. Will he change
Speaking
Squall's mind? Who knows? Find out next time on Senzu Talk Z. That guy.
Speaking of that, I just remembered the very first scene in Jujutsu Kaisen when this dude Gojo starts talking. I wasn't looking at the TV. I was looking down at the bag of chips that I was eating from, and I heard Kakashi on my TV and had to look up and be like, hang on, am I watching Naruto? Yeah, he even sounds just like Kakashi.
Ah, you're
The first time
tripping.
we see him, the first time we see someone like familiar to him, holds up his hand in like a still wave. He's posing. It's an exact pose of Kakashi. It's like the people from the that drew it, like just traced Kakashi and then changed the outfit.
All right, you're tripping now, bro. They don't act the
No,
same at
I'm
all.
really not. They
We'll
act
see.
exactly
You went
alike.
into the anime. Bro, you went into the anime thinking this is a Naruto ripoff. Of course you thought that. It just makes sense.
Gojo's way more goofy than Kakashi. Kakashi's more chill and laid back.
That this isn't fair, all right? Because Ninja, you're supposed to be an unbiased, like, mediator, and you're just fucking siding with Squall so that I get mad, and it's not fair.
Rightfully
Just
so,
because
he should
me
be siding
ranting
with me.
gets the just because me ranting gets us more views doesn't mean that we should keep raising my blood pressure. I have real problems with this stuff. No, I don't. Oh, man. What the fuck?
Um, rest in peace to the goat. We're gonna miss
I
him.
know, for real. I wonder who they're gonna
What's he
have
been in
now.
besides Dragon Ball though?
Did he even do like any of those narrations in Dragon Ball Super?
It's not
I
distinctive, but
don't
he
think.
did do it. I don't think
No, if
did
I
he?
even watched Dragon Ball
No,
Super.
no. I think they have a different theme now. Dragon Ball Z always had that consistent sound, but then like they changed it up when it came to Super. So maybe I think he is there. All right, let me look that up.
What I did was
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like, what's gonna happen in Daima if he's gone? Like, did they record his voice? Are they gonna have a new guy?
I'm hella handsome.
Um,
Um, so what I did was
oh what?
took a couple packs of this and seasoned it and microwaved it.
Uh-huh.
This and I toasted some bread in here,
Mhm.
and I'm currently putting that seasoned microwaved in on top of it, and then slice of cheese on top of it, toasting it to melt it.
Should put some butter in there.
For the view to assume that I have butter, like I'm some kind of fucking girl.
I don't know, cold sauce. I feel like I could see you becoming a chef. I
I
feel like
could
I could see you
definitely
doing it.
become a chef. The only reason that I
Mhm.
haven't already become a chef is because I would immediately become the best chef in the world. And I don't really want to take that spot from Gordon Ramsay. I like the guy.
Then why don't you become the best YouTube chef? Or for you it'd be TikTok, ain't it? Why don't you become the best TikTok chef?
No, I can't
Cooking with cold
last 10
sauce.
seconds on TikTok, bro. Hurts too much for TikTok.
Bro has over
Mm.
2,000 followers on TikTok though.
That's not
Well, you
even a
could do it on
lot.
Clapper.
You haven't been posting on Clapper that much.
2,000 people that I haven't even opened Clapper since I went viral on it.
Yeah, you definitely remind me of Soma from Food Wars. All your
Because he can
crazy
get any girl that
concoctions.
he wants.
Nah, not that part. Just the the food part. You putting up like just a bunch of random
You know what's
concoctions
funny?
together.
You know what's funny is of all of the that's not even the first time you told me that. Like girls that I have gotten with and shit. I've actually rarely only gotten with girls that I wanted. It's always girls coming after me.
I think it's because yeah. Yeah, it's that kind of show.
That
Cold
kind of
Sauce has
show.
got a
But
harem. He ain't telling nobody.
that's not
Cold
true.
Sauce got a harem. He ain't telling nobody. That's what it
No,
is.
stop it. No, stop. I'm one woman now, or will be. I'm trying. Look, nothing. We're not talking about girls no more.
So, in case you guys didn't know, Secret Cold
I got
Sauce
bald
over here
head
is a
too.
player, and the boys getting locked down.
I'm not getting locked down. Things are just like looking that way.
But we'll save that for another day.
Player.
I won't put him too much on
I've
blast.
never.
That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to go to his wedding.
Never once. You are invited. But before my wedding, I have to get a divorce because I'm married to the game.
Let's see. What fall anime feels like is that anime? I guess here is like a list of them.
Speed Racer.
Dan to Dan. Most Notorious Talker. You Are Miss Servant. Healer Expelled. Oh yeah. That's why I brought it up, because Dan to Dan. Didn't you do a video review on Dan to Dan?
I did.
Seven Ninja?
I
Yeah,
did.
talk about it. What's your thoughts about it? I know you had a lot to say, so I wanted to hear a little bit more. I watched your video and it looked pretty good.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, well, to give a premise, the girl believes in spirits, and the guy believes in aliens, and so they're both basically seeing what the other side believes in, and the right of to the right, to the right.
You
Might be on
streamed
live.
it?
I premiered it.
So yeah, this
Yeah.
is Seven Ninjas review on Dan to Dan, the first episode.
But I mean, what I'm thinking the show's going to be about is, in the first episode, this girl unlocks a kind of Sailor Moon esque power. Um, when you see it, you're gonna see. If you watch it, when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, I feel like the first episode's about her, and the second episode, I feel like it's going to be about him. And that's just because it doesn't really make too much sense for her to be the only one that has the power up. Um, but I think like the whole show is really going to be about them uncovering and maybe exercising slash I don't know what the word for getting rid of aliens is, but slaying. Let's go with that. I feel like the whole show is going to be about them unveiling the truth of spirits and aliens, dealing with it, because more than likely they're the only ones who can deal with it, and they're basically the defenders of the planet. I think that's the
Spirits and
whole
aliens are the
real
same
plot of.
thing.
I don't know. Spirits and aliens are separate. Like neither side believes that the other side's belief is real until they see it for themselves. That's all first episode.
Yeah. Spirits are more of like ghosts. Can't really see them. You gotta have like key to see them. Aliens are a physical thing that are kind of a myth.
So they're from the
Physical.
fourth dimension.
Are they?
I'm asking you.
I'm under the impression they're just from space, from a different world, like a different life form.
I'm talking about the spirits, though.
Yep.
I could see that. I could see that. Because you can't see him right naturally. This one in Dan to Dan, spirits are kind of one of those situations where if you go to a haunted location, you're probably gonna find them. The way they've showed it in this one.
How cool would
So
it
if you
be if
just
real
like,
life was like that?
I'm not 100% sure it isn't like that to some degree. Like, there's always something going on you don't really know nothing about.
don't have to bring politics into this.
I wasn't talking about that, but whatever. Um, but I'd say overall, like, I like the show enough that it's also kind of like got some lewd themes. Like immediately first episode, I wasn't really prepared for it, but when it happened, I was like, why are they talking about? So I'm gonna say this: Japan has a big thing about the uh the penis and the vagina. Yeah. What are you on, Squall? What are you on? I'm worried about that.
Oh, you're good.
What
You
are
can
you
say
streaming
that.
on?
I mean,
Okay,
even if I was
okay,
on TikTok, I would have had you guys muted.
gotcha. So Japan's got a big thing. Like they got a whole museum about like vagina and the penis, and that comes up inside the set
Whoa.
of it. But it's not like an outright itchy, not an outright itchy. But
Real though?
it's clear. So like I don't know if you remember, but there was a time in the past where aliens were considered wanting your brains, or wanting to
Oh yeah,
something about
dude.
the brain. So
Yeah, 80s.
replace the brain with the vag or the penis.
Genitals?
Yeah.
Makes so much more sense because we look way better than aliens. Of course they came here wanting some pussy.
So that's kind of where we're going here. And
What? It's fucking hot.
on the other one, Miss, you are Miss, you are Miss Servant. The best way I could describe that anime, if you want to pull that up, show the thumbnail up for that one. You are Miss Servant is literally just an anime about an assassin comes into the regular world, and she is serving under a guy that has no idea about what she did beforehand. While she will reveal what she was, um, or that she was an assassin to him, he does not understand to the degree like what she was actively doing. And so the the relationship between those two is she is healing his loneliness, and he is healing her, or allowing her to be able to finally breathe and become warm, become a person, versus before she's a tool.
It's so romantic.
That's what I feel like. That's what it is. There's some comedy. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Komi-sen Can't Communicate, but I feel like that's what it's going to be.
So
But at the same
you
time,
think
I
it's
think
gonna
he
be
might
this
be too young for
generation's
her.
Inuyasha?
I don't think it's going to go that far. Animes like
Oh,
this one, there might be a little couple fight scenes that look pretty cool, but in the grand scheme of things, they barely have them.
watch they just come out with like one of the best fights of the decade.
Right? Right? I'm thinking of an
Okay,
anime.
so like that. I'm interested in. Is it on Crunchyroll?
It should be.
So should I eat these like toast or like a sandwich?
Oh, I realized what you said. Um,
Said should I eat these like toast or like a sandwich?
I'm feeling sandwich here.
That's what I'm feeling too. Let's go. No more votes. The ballot is closed. We have a winner.
Where's your milk, man?
Rich. Wasn't gonna drink milk with this. I have another drink, a very special drink, one that is very fond. I mean, one that I'm very fond of. That really gets my heart going. In fact, I'll go get it right now. You say when you love something, it gets your heart rate up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mm-mm. I ever
Monster
tell you
Irish
guys about that
cream
guy?
coffee.
Did I ever tell you guys about that guy I knew that drank like 4 monsters a day?
Like,
I think I told you
Yeah, I
guys
think you
that.
did.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I do
I go
remember
over that
that.
He
again.
wound up having a heart attack. Hospital, kidneys failed. Whatever.
Look, as far as I know, he's alive. Um, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like those monsters might be the only reason he is alive. I'm being real with you.
The fuck?
I know what it sounds like, but I'm telling you the truth. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that
I always forget to shake
because
these.
I didn't really have much reason to believe he was really eating or doing much in general anyway, besides maybe like water. I really didn't have much faith that he was
He
doing.
kind of fucking needs water. But all that
Yeah, yeah.
this fucking stuff is so good, dude. Oh, now for the first bite of the new sandwich. One that reminded Squall that I remind him of his favorite character on Food Wars. Are we ready for this? Uh-uh.
I believe I saw you boil the noodles, but I feel like I know people that leave it hard, leave them cold.
There's no noodles in here.
Those aren't noodles. What did I see?
Chicken.
Okay, okay. I thought those were noodles.
No, I
So I
showed
saw a
it
bowl and
earlier. I
everything.
showed. Oh no, watch. Hang on. Let me grab this right quick. It's a couple of packs of this.
Oh, I ain't seen that thing in a while. At a mascot.
I mashed it up and then I
Mm.
seasoned it and then I stuck it in the microwave for 30 seconds, stirred it, 30 more seconds, stirred it, 30 more seconds, stirred it until it looked like I wanted to eat it.
You still in the Piccolo story
And
saga?
No, I'm
Well,
fighting a ranked match. For some reason,
oh,
my buttons are all
okay.
fucked up right now. My square button's not working, and it's automatically pressing it at random times.
you know what's a really good fix for that? Uh uh this is like a flawless fix for it. If you get like broken controllers a lot, what you need to do is get on a fucking Xbox.
Oh no, I'm still putting up a good fight against this guy without my attack button.
Even attacks like Vegeta.
This is fucking good. What the fuck did you just say?
Damn it, he attacks like Vegeta.
Basically, I'm just doing nothing but key attacks and counters.
It ain't how
Yeah.
Vegeta fights. Why? Why the fuck does Chi Chi not know key attacks?
I don't
He
know.
should. She trained under Roshi, under Ox King, and Ox King trained under Roshi. She should. Well, wait, Goten knows how to do it, don't he? I imagine
Yeah,
Goten, unless he learned it from Trunks.
he learned it from Gohan. We watched it.
Yeah.
He
Hmm.
just picked up
You know
on it
what?
way faster than Videl.
Yeah. You know what though? Chi-Chi with some key attacks would not be a good sight.
Yeah, that
That
was
motherly
actually I was
range.
gonna say Goku might have made sure she didn't learn key attacks because she might pass him up.
Ooh,
Chi-Chi.
She might
Chi
pass
might
up
pass who
Goku.
up? Oh, if
Goku.
she learned key attacks.
Yeah.
And if Chi-Chi became a fighter, okay, we're talking about if Chi-Chi became a Z fighter, training with Goku, like she's gonna actively more train with Goku than Krillin would. I actually do see her
Yeah.
becoming really strong. Probably the strongest human there is. Um,
I can see her
that's
getting to 18 and 17 level
I
What?
could see it.
You really
realistically.
see
Well,
her
You
you
laughing
passing
gotta
at
up?
over there.
You really see her passing up
you gotta remember training with Goku.
Yamcha and Krillin?
Yes,
Dude,
training
she's
with
married to
Goku,
Goku.
Oh, training with Goku. Oh, I
training
missed
with
that
Goku.
part.
She's married to Goku.
Not
What's the number one rule in Dragon Ball Z? The closer you are to Goku, the stronger you are in the show.
did she get thrown through a tree?
Who
Did she
did?
get thrown through a tree? Chi-Chi, did the
Oh,
Goku throw her through a tree? Just
I don't
nonchalantly?
think so.
Isn't she also one of the few people that have an on-screen victory against Goku?
I don't. You're gonna have to jog my memory of that one. I don't remember that.
Tournament?
The tournament, Goku like one shotted her out the ring.
No. What about their fight before that?
Maybe when they were kids, it's possible. Like when they first met, she blasted him with the helmet beam. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Was there a laser in there?
Shit. Is it a laser or is it a key attack?
It's gotta be a key attack. Oh no, it is a key attack.
Oh my god, she already knows. Chi-Chi's
Oh
the final
no,
villain. No wonder Goku's so fucking strong.
bro. Oh my god.
Hmm. That's why Goten's
I kind
stronger
of
than
knew what
Gohan.
she would. Well, she did. She certainly did train with him, and she actually pushes him to fight more than she ever did with Gohan.
Right.
A bit ridiculous. You know something though? Looking at Gohan, Videl versus Chi Chi, when I'm thinking about like their relationships to their husband, I feel like
Yeah.
Gohan tells Videl about the fights he gets in. But I feel like Goku never tells Chi Chi about them. And I wonder if Chi Chi would have became like Videl had Goku told Chi Chi what's going on. I wonder.
Um, well, so I kind of thought about that too. The thing is, Chi-Chi, like, has always been a fighter. Like, her dad's the Ox King, and so
Hmm.
she was, like, brought into fighting and blah, blah, blah. But Videl, like, yeah, her dad's Hercule, but Videl wants to be a fighter. Like,
Hmm.
that's something Videl, like when we met Videl, her thing was like to be a crime fighter, like vigilante or whatever.
Hmm.
So I've never exactly seen that from Chi Chi. I've never seen her want to be a fighter. I've always seen her want to be a housewife.
I agree with that.
Gotcha.
What I
I
don't
never
get.
understood her
Okay.
wanting Goku to get a job. And I never understood Bulma wanting Vegeta to get a job. But these bitches are rich as fuck. Y'all don't like y'all get plenty money. The fuck are you telling these dudes to get jobs for?
What I don't get is like how like if the Ox King trained under Roshi. Why don't we ever see any martial arts technique? Like this fool hops in, just starts swinging an axe, and that's it.
Oh, but me and Seven
He-
Ninja kind of confirmed that Chi does know key attacks.
Because of the helmet thing.
Yeah.
I could see that. But I can't see the Ox King as a martial artist, martial artist.
He
Maybe he
trained
wasn't
under
very
Roshi.
good.
That doesn't necessarily mean he succeeded. Okay, he trained under Roshi. I don't mean he
Yeah.
succeeded.
No, he was Roshi's top student. Him and Gohan, Grandpa Gohan.
Better than Grandpa Gohan?
I don't think he was better than Grandpa Gohan, but he was like up there. He was like Roshi's top two.
You just said he was the top student.
One of his top students. Like him and Grandpa Gohan
Well,
were the top ones.
let's look at what we know about Master Roshi as a teacher. How many classmates did Goku have whenever he was learning from Master Roshi?
How many class? Oh, he had Krillin. That was it.
And that's it. All right. So, for the Ox King to be one of Master Roshi's top students in a class of 2, I'm pretty sure skill doesn't fucking matter.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey,
There he is.
There he goes.
Oh, there he goes.
another round of boxing.
Hey, there he is.
Again.
I accidentally end up going to the last one we was on because it still popped up, and I said join.
What's up, boy? I can't hear you from down there.
Oh,
shit!
How you doing, bro? Give us your introduction.
Blaine.
You
I
are,
can't hear him.
who you are. You can't hear him. You might need to leave and come back. Seven Ninja. Can you hear
Don't
him?
hear him.
You don't hear him either.
No.
All right, you guys might
Don't
need
hear
to
anything.
back out and come back in real quick.
All right. 1 second.
Wait.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, Hunter, can you hear Blaine?
If he starts talking, I'll let you know.
Can you hear me?
Ah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hear you.
What?
Yep, I can hear Ninja. We're good to go. Everyone's
Sweet.
heard about us. Blaine, hit us with that sick intro, bro.
Yep. Let us know who
That
you
sick
are.
intro. All right. We play the Minecraft introduction music right now.
Oh shit.
I'm Blaine. Find me on Instagram at Blaine37, BLAYNE37. There's a link tree there that takes you to my Snapchat and Twitch that I'm rarely on, but I be on sometimes. About it for me.
All right, intro question.
The intro
Soda.
question is favorite soda.
Okay, so I don't drink soda anymore. Nah, bro, it's good old Bush Light. No,
Well,
when I
if you had
did
to,
drink soda, it was a for sure Pepper.
you had
For
to drink
sure
a soda.
Dr. Pepper.
Is it my headphones or is his voice kind of like static
Dr.
for y'all
Pepper
too?
all day.
It's
Yeah, it's
crackling.
staticky. It's staticky. I thought I was the only one.
Blaine, your mic is staticky.
Dying. I believe I heard the words he liked Dr. Pepper.
Can't
Writer!
hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
can
have
hear
to
you.
Still a
leave and
little
come back,
staticky.
dude. You sound like if Darth Vader got hit with an E EMP.
It's wild.
Sounds like he's lagging. Like bad. Paul, is he talking?
I don't hear him.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. This trash ass hotel Wi-Fi.
Maybe that's it. So, what was your favorite soda?
Dr. Pepper.
That is disgusting.
Dr. Pepper is great, honestly.
Oh, Blaine, you weren't here for this.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm gonna bring it back up. Let me open up my notes right quick. I'm gonna describe an anime to you, and you're gonna tell
Okay.
me what anime I'm talking about. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the main character has a very powerful demon inside of him. Also, very
Yeah.
naturally strong himself. He's an orphan.
Okay.
He's energetic and
Okay.
happy-go-lucky,
Uh-huh.
and very determined to achieve
Okay.
whatever he puts his mind to. He's also surprisingly
Uh-huh.
smart at times, and he has a cheerful attitude and wants to be close friends with his emo-looking teammate. All right. Now, his emo
Yep.
teammate is gifted. He's also an orphan. He acts really smug, like he's better than everyone else. Jack's the main
Uh-huh.
character and acts like he doesn't want to be his friend. The teacher of these two dudes has a very nonchalant attitude, is incredibly gifted, highly respected among the organization that they work for, has white hair, covers parts of his face, and tests his students without them knowing it's a test, and he's known for being late to things. Anime am I talking about right now?
Okay. Naruto. That's like the first thing that pops up.
Oh, well, would you be surprised to find out that it was actually about Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
If you said Jujutsu Kaisen, you would have said Naruto. I know this game.
I know this game. At first, like when he started saying it, I'm like, I've heard this before. So first instinct was like Black Clover. And he said they're both trained by the same person. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm fucked.
Oh,
So, you want
we
to talk
have
about this
confirmed.
mascot thing or what?
Oh yeah.
Fish on the tuna packet that I showed you earlier? Well, it was chicken, but
Mhm.
still.
Mhm.
I heard you make a comment about it when I held it up, and now you're still thinking about it. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of Mandela effect thing you've been cooking up in your head. What's going on? What do you want to know?
Me? No. Oh no. The mascot. PSN mascot.
For PlayStation.
Oh, thought you was talking about this fish right here.
It's a whale.
Fuck ever, dude. I don't care.
It is, bro. It is.
A whale is a fish, even though it's a mammal.
It's a mammal.
It's not a fish.
It's a mammal.
Stop trying to say whales are fishes, Blaine. It's mammals. Jeez.
I didn't. I didn't say shit about to be a fish.
No idea what you're talking about right now.
Got
Okay,
it.
so I'll go ahead and bring that up, Ninja. Nintendo as a mascot, we all know the mascot for Nintendo is Mario. That's been since day one.
Mhm.
Well, since day one of video games, because believe it or not, Nintendo's been a company since the 1800s. You can look that up if you don't believe me. Xbox, the mascot has always been, and he's become pretty like obsolete lately, but I'm pretty sure they are coming out with another one pretty soon. It's Master Chief. He was the launch title for the console, been the most popular since the beginning. He basically, like I said, he's the mascot for Xbox. People have tried to argue with me. Oh, well, it's actually, you could say it's Marcus Phoenix too. He didn't show up till Xbox 360 anyway. You tripping. It's Master Chief,
This is
period.
who?
It's Marcus Phoenix from fucking Gears of War. Like it's
Oh.
the Xbox franchise. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Mm-hmm.
flagship franchise of the console. So for Xbox, we have Master Chief. For Nintendo, we have Mario. And I mean, honestly, I'll accept like Link as a side mascot for Nintendo, but question remains: who's the mascot for PlayStation?
That's a
Pull that up,
good
JB.
question.
And I have my pick, but I'm gonna give it last because it say it, y'all are gonna be like, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
Squall, you want to pull that up? Senzu
What?
Talks is in topic suggestions.
I'm in a ranked match.
I got you.
The one pulled up.
Okay,
That's a
so let me.
Chaozu.
Oh,
He just said getting
that's
beat up
almost
by
better than Silent
Chaozu.
Man.
So go ahead, Seven Ninja.
All right, so I want to start off with who I know it's not. Okay. Um, it's 100% not Sackboy. He got replaced by Astro. It's not Leon. It's not Abe. It's not Dante. It's not Dexter. Not Sly or Laura Croft or Cloud. It's not Parappa the Rappa, Dora, Crash or Spyro. It's certainly
Okay,
not
before you go
Ezio.
any further,
Mhm.
for someone to be a mascot of a console, like to me, it kind of have to be exclusive to that console.
Oh, I'm just going off this list Squall's got up right now. He's
Oh,
got it
like a
on
list?
topic suggestions. Yeah, you got a list on topic suggestions?
Wait, Squall made a list for this?
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
in
don't.
topic suggestions. And since you talk,
Oh, okay.
you press the thread, shows the thread. I'm looking at the thread. All right, so here's the people that I think it actually probably is, or it could be. Kratos,
You actually
Astro
already
Boy.
named the one that I was gonna say.
Okay, Kratos, Astro Boy, Ratchet. Um, I just Nathan Drake and Ellie. There, there was a time Crash would have been there. If we were talking about PS1 days, 100%. But outside of that, no. And PS3, PS4, we're in PS5 era now. I don't know. Some of these guys kind of do go by the wayside when we go there. But my opinion, who do I think it actually is right now? I'm gonna say it probably is Astro.
I was more going for like all time. 'Cause I wouldn't
Yeah.
say Master Chief right now is anything. Also forgotten character.
Yeah, for Nathan Drake to be in the topic, I think he has to be there since PS1 days. Like I think he started in PS3 days.
History of all time.
Yeah, he has to be there since the
And it's a
beginning in
mascot
my eyes.
of the franchise, you know?
Yeah. I'm kind of also thinking about what they got on Discord as well. See all the people they have. Um, but the oldest one here that I think actually encapsulates all of what is um Sony's games. I'm going to have to 100% say Ratchet.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet can capture the yeah. Ratchet can capture both a very serious story and a very whimsical story pretty easily.
He debut in PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
You know, I would take Kratos, even though it's not PlayStation 1, since PS2 is pretty damn early. So I would, I would accept Kratos.
I mean, I see why people want Kratos. To be perfectly honest, that's just the coolness factor and the badass factor,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you said, he started off on PS2, but also like mascot doesn't have to be the strongest dude. Like, it's not a death battle, you know?
Mhm.
Not saying that Mario wouldn't beat Master Chief in a fight. Yeah, he wouldn't. But Blaine, what are your thoughts on this? I know you used to play a lot of PlayStation.
I only played a lot of PlayStation 4, but mine would be Kratos as well.
All right. So we
Like
got
the main
what,
PlayStation
2
exclusive
votes for
name I've
Kratos?
played.
No, like when I think of mascots, like who's the most popular? I can't really see Master Chief as a mascot. He's definitely like the face of Xbox for sure, because he's
That's
just
what a
that
mascot
guy.
is. The face of a franchise. Like
Right.
Mike the Tiger is the face of LSU.
Hunter's the face of Underground Inc.
Yeah. And we just expanded from selling skateboards to selling fake boulders.
Nice.
That could be its own thing. That could be its own thing.
Overground.
Overground.
On the ground. So
I'm staying. Uh,
Oh, everyone's going all robot on me. Is that just me?
Sap.
hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know what
Is
happened.
everyone
just
going
now.
robot on you too, Blaine?
Yeah.
I thought it was just my Wi-Fi, honestly. So I was just.
I thought
Oh,
it was just Ninja.
Everybody was going robot
like it
on
was
me for a sec.
everybody. Yeah.
So we were going over everyone's final choices.
What's yours?
All
Ninja,
right,
what-
hold up. Now that I'm out of the rank match, I can think about it. Let's see. Let's see. When I'm thinking about like PlayStation since the beginning days, like obviously I'm thinking Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. But honestly, Spyro wasn't really too popular in my opinion. Crash Bandicoot was more popular in my opinion, especially since
100%.
like when Crash Bandicoot and PS4 came out with like the new Crash Bandicoot 4, and like a remake. And like a lot of people went back and bought that, even like my friends when I was like in my late 20s, like a lot of my friends in their late 20s bought it too. When it comes to Spyro, I'm pretty sure they had a PS3 or a PS4 title. I can't remember, but
They
I don't
did.
know. I don't know anyone who got that, to be honest. Uh but outside of Crash Bandicoot, I can't really think of anyone else other than Kratos. Only other people that come to mind are Final Fantasy characters, but now, like, those are now console titles nowadays. But they still come out as PS PlayStation exclusives in the beginning. I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is still only PlayStation 5 right now. Um,
Fine. Is that the one you were playing?
I'm playing 14.
mm, if I did it, the only other person that comes to mind that could be like the face of PlayStation would probably be Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
I don't know about that one.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, man. I mean, Cloud's important, but when I think about Cloud, it's kind of he feels like very niche, kind of like how anime arena fighters are niche. Cloud comes off it to
Man just
me
wants
as
his
niche as
money.
that. When I think about like, I could see Kratos, but Kratos only harbors like one side of what PlayStation is, and I kind of put like Ellie, and maybe in the seriousness factor and the tragedy factor, I'm thinking more like Ellie and Kratos are kind of sit in that kind of realm. Aloy kind of also sits in that realm of what Kratos is as well, but I would say I'm thinking more on like God of War 1 through 3 and the verticality stuff like that. And Lara Croft also kind of follows that line. Isn't Lara Croft on Xbox now
Yeah.
versus
I
before?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, but she started off as an exclusive, right?
yeah.
Because she
I
was
think
on
so.
she was on fucking no, there was a Tomb Raider game on fucking GameCube.
Yeah. Well, I think it started out on PlayStation 1, and I don't think there was a Tomb Raider out for a Nintendo around that time. Uh,
Oh.
then, dude, I was thinking like Snake from Metal Gear Solid, but then they ended up bringing him on into Xbox after Metal Gear Solid 2, so that he's kind of out. But I was
They known
thinking like
Snake.
Cloud and
GameCube.
Kratos, I think are good options because like in Final Fantasy 7, like the reason why, like one of the reasons why it was so popular was like not because of the compelling story and like the complicated backgrounds of like Cloud, but it was also because like PlayStation 1 when it first came out, like Final Fantasy 7 showed what the PlayStation 1 can do with the new like updated graphics, the 3D world and characters and stuff like that. It was very high tech for like what they had at the time, so it was pretty big. It like Final Fantasy 7 put a staple on like what new technology could do when PlayStation first came out. Uh but it's just more of like a toss up to me between Cloud and Kratos cuz like I've never played a God of War game, but everybody knows who Kratos is. Like I know who Kratos is. I know like how much of a rebel he is, you know? Like despite not playing that game. So like his popularity speaks volumes. Uh, uh yeah, it is a tough one.
I
It's
also
between
say he's
Crash
still got a
Bandicoot.
new game.
Huh?
I'd also say like he's got like something new like recently. Like his post Ragnarok DLC is something recent, so I could certainly see that idea. Um, I don't know. I still say like Ratchet for me covers both that serious side and that whimsical side. It covers all of
Well,
what
so does Jack
PlayStation
and
is.
Daxter.
Yeah, but we're talking about a guy that fell off versus someone who's still kind of in everyone's faces. Like people are ready for. I'm not gonna say no one's not ready for like a Jack and Daxter game. Like I'm sure people want to see one. In the grand scheme of things, Ratchet and Clank has never failed really, never.
I
And
I
but
I have to disagree because I honestly would bet money that brand new Ratchet and Clank dropped on the same day a brand new Jack and Daxter dropped like this week. There would be more Jack and Daxter sales.
I might be only able to see that on the idea they haven't made a Jack and Daxter game in a while, and I could somewhat believe that. Maybe even go as far as to say maybe no, we have already got a remaster, so we don't need that. If they were to do a new story, I can maybe believe that. But the problem is that there's also kind of the fear of what happened to
What's up, Charm City?
Sly Cooper 4.
Welcome in.
Like, I won't say, like, from my opinion, Sly Cooper 4 was not a bad game, but to the majority of people, it 4 is a bad game. And I think people would probably be more worried about Jack and Dexter going that route. Now, again, it could be a good game. Don't get it twisted, but I feel like that fear will be there. But Ratchet and Clank, it's still under an Insomniac. Yeah, it could have a new team members and all that like that. Sure, that's true. But at the end of the day, it's still under Insomniac. So the same quality that we've had in the past is going to be there again, and if not better. Um, Jack and Daxter, it's been a long time, and I don't think it. I think there's something there for if there was a new game in the story series. Yeah, I'll give you that. But as far as for my opinion, I don't think it'll do that well in comparison.
Right.
Yeah. So
My
my
pick,
pick. Oh, go
like
ahead.
I like I really wanted to stick with people that started on PlayStation 1. And
Mhm.
like when I think of PlayStation, in my head, like what characters first come to mind, and I I had my pick, Crash Bandicoot. He's like anytime you ask someone like our age,
Mhm.
PlayStation 1 character, it's gonna be the first person they name, most likely. Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Anytime I'll be on TikTok and somebody's talking about nostalgic PlayStation shit, they're going to bring up Crash Bandicoot. Period.
Mhm.
Like that's so as far as popularity, Crash Bandicoot, in my opinion, is it by a landslide. Everyone. I never had a PlayStation. I've always known who Crash Bandicoot was. Uh the other like honorable mentions that I wanted to bring up was a Spyro. I would definitely put Spyro at like second place.
Mm.
I personally love Jack and Daxter. I'd never put him as a mascot. I really
Mhm.
wanted Rayman to be in that conversation, but I played on Nintendo as Rayman, so that can't be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was actually just arguing to see if you would shake. I do believe Ratchet and Clank is more of a face of PlayStation than Jack and Daxter.
Mhm. Now I
But my pick
feel,
is Crash
and
Bandicoot.
I can see it,
Yeah,
100%.
that's a good choice. Not
What's
going.
cool?
I'm agreeing with him.
What's cool? You were gonna say something?
Uh, I didn't have much other than I'm just agreeing with him. But also, Charm City rated stream. Shout out to Charm City.
Hey, thank you. Now I think what they're doing now, they're really pushing Astrobot. They're really pushing him. Like they were pushing him a little bit on PS4 as well, but on PS5, I've been seeing nothing but Astrobot, and I think over time we're probably going to see a lot more of him. Um,
Explain that
Astrobot
game
is
to me.
kind
I
of
never heard of it.
the way it looks to me, from what I've seen. Have you ever played Super Mario Sunshine?
Yeah.
It seems very similar to that. Um, but from what I understand story-wise, the PS5s like got all the Astrobots together, every customized version. So like Nathan Drake, Kratos, different versions of them are all on that
Mhm.
PS5. And then at some point, some guy tries to steal that PS5, and all the characters fall out. And now it's Astrobot's job to go save, 'em, basically. Um, but Sackboy used to hold the
Wait up. All of these characters from PlayStation are part of this game's story?
yeah, all of them are in there.
Astrobot's the mascot.
That's what I think. That's what I thought too. It used to be
That
Sackboy
kind
had
of
like
confirms it,
a
doesn't it?
crossover. Yeah, 100%.
That's kind of
Sackboy had
like
the crossover,
PlayStation
but
saying this is our
thing
mascot. I mean, like
100%.
okay, I don't have to argue with anyone to like give weight on why Mario is the mascot for Nintendo. One thing that I always found funny was so many people think that Super Smash Bros is called Super Mario Smash Bros. Like, there's
I've
a
heard that
lot of
before.
people that call it Super Mario Smash Bros. And I'm like, what did you just say?
I've heard of that before. I have.
Blaine, what do you think? I mean, you said you started on PS4 and you're only like 14 years old right now. When
I'm
you think
20
of
years old. I'm 20.
when you think of PlayStation, what character first comes to mind?
Kratos, but I can see. I played like I only had the PlayStation 4 for exclusives only. So like I've only played for 4, like in the Uncharted series and all that.
Mhm.
I haven't played no Ratchet and Crank, but I know of them because I remembered they made a new one. I didn't buy it though. Oh.
You're
And Crash
missing out.
Bandicoot, I've only played it a little bit because at the end of fucking That's why I could like go with fucking Crash Bandicoot because at the end of Uncharted 4, you end up playing Crash Bandicoot inside Uncharted 4 a little bit. So that's
Okay.
mainly the only games I really played on PlayStation.
Well, I have two arguments for Kratos being the mascot for PlayStation now. Number one, y'all keep bringing him up, and number two, number two. Well, that's actually a joke. Number one is the God of War franchise is the only franchise that made me consider buying a PlayStation. I'm very glad I never did, but you know, it's the only one that actually made me consider spending money on that shitbox of a console whose controllers never last more than 6 months. But other than that, Crash Bandicoot is no longer exclusive to PlayStation. You can have a Crash Bandicoot game on Xbox now because Microsoft bought Activision. So, only actual PlayStation exclusive in this conversation right now has been chosen is Kratos.
Fucking
Maybe that Astro Boy
Spyro's
guy.
Spyro's no longer a PlayStation exclusive anymore either.
Yeah,
The
that
newest
was
Spyro
Activision.
game. Yeah, newest Spyro game came out on Xbox as well.
What the hell was that?
But I'm actually curious to can we like watch a trailer of the Astro Boy? I want to see this now.
Ball has to get off of
Well,
let me
that's
see.
not gonna
I
happen
can.
because I just heard Goku's voice. He's so locked in.
Not gonna lie, I'm getting fucking pissed at this game.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you guys.
Are
I don't really
you
want to.
comfortable?
I can hear everyone.
Nah, I'm down to show pics. Just send me like URLs for me to click on, or maybe like a Twitter post video.
Dude
No, I'm finding
always
this
wants to
fucking.
play with fire. He's like, I'll go to Twitter, the only place that can show pictures that can get me in trouble.
I think Twitter posts should be
Uh,
fine to show on YouTube, like videos and stuff. God.
Who's that guy with the white hair and the glasses that you put, Ninja?
that's Gojo. He thought I was gonna say
What happened?
Kakashi. That's Gojo.
What's no? What happened to that blindfold that he usually? Why does he look like he has a boyfriend? And why does he not look like the dominant one in that relationship?
This is younger Gojo.
Oh, yeah, this is like
Oh, so he started
between
off as a
17 and
femboy.
19.
Daddy
Yeah,
trained him
yeah.
well.
I kind of feel like he's
Oh.
still like that.
Fire Force is getting their third and final season coming.
Final?
Tell us about it.
Yeah. I haven't looked much into it because I've been rewatching the series on the first season, but I'm just
Tell the
excited to
chat what
see.
Fire Force is. I've never even heard of it.
You never heard of it's the prequel to Soul Eater. Human combustion happens and it turns these people into infernos, which you have a department called Fire Force Fighters, which use pyrokinetic powers to kill the fiery demon thing. It's weird. There's no water involved. All right. It's really good animation, really good story, and it's the prequel to Soul Eater. But there is some fan base in it,
Already
but
shipped
she's
over.
not in a lot of episodes.
Oh, and there's like this one chick in there that somehow loses her clothes like every time she's on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fan
Happened 3
base. But
times.
she's like,
Happened 3
she's not
times.
in. Yeah, yeah. She's not in like at most like 5 to 6 episodes.
She's in enough that it doesn't make sense.
No, yeah,
Dude,
no. She's just they just call her super clumsy, and then her clothes just fall off. Weird,
I don't know if you could put
honestly.
clumsy on that. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Exactly. She's
dude
like
is
she's just
such
a
a
klutz.
pussy
I'm
ass
like,
bitch,
how'd
bro. All he
her
does is
underpants
stand
fall
back
off?
and fucking
Personally,
counter and
how?
run away, dude. What's up, DT Dub?
Well, cold sauce. I did post in the voice chat if you want to look at some the characters they showed off in there. In Astrobot.
Yeah, hang on. I'm fucking pissed.
Um,
This dude's such a fucking pussy ass bitch. All he did was run away and
Beat his
counter the
ass.
whole fucking time, bro. You got me all the way fucked up.
This is the first time I ever seen Squall say those kind of words.
Calm down,
You
I
don't.
Jamal.
know
Do
that
not
dude.
pull out the
Man.
9.
You
I'm
could
going
swear
back.
somebody just. You could swear somebody just posted the video of the interview where the guy who wrote Jujutsu Kaisen said that he copied off of Naruto.
Oh my god.
I'm going back in
Oh,
and
you've been
beating
hanging
this
out with
fool's
cold sauce
ass.
too much.
Dude is such a fucking pussy, bro. He's running away like nonstop, bro. And all he does is fucking counter. Pussy ass motherfucker. Get your ass over here.
Oh.
They're like these characters in this Astro Boy game, they're not like the actual characters. They're like versions of those characters
Yeah, versions.
in this. Yeah. So this is
This is a collaboration game. I'd say.
they don't actually have like permission for that because they don't really need it to do it like this.
What do you mean by? What do you mean like? You mean permission?
Like whoever owns the rights to those characters would have to give them permission to use their likeness in a game that they wouldn't be getting paid for, or they would negotiate payments some kind of
With
percentage.
Sony?
But here it's not just
With
Sony.
Sony? No, what I'm saying is, we're talking about all the characters in that game in particular. Because it's Sony, I feel like they may have rights over that, and so they could just say like, "Hey, use these characters."
Well,
But I don't
Sony
remember
does,
seeing
but
Cloud.
that's not I didn't hear so far.
God, bro. This dude is such a bitch.
Yeah, Cloud's not in there.
I'm heated.
Snake,
All right, what are we
Ellie,
looking for?
Squall,
Ratchet.
Squall, you mad, bro?
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Well, he's certainly bad.
Just close your eyes and imagine Goku giving you a hug.
Oh, you sent me a YouTube video of Astrobot? I said a Twitter
Oh.
one.
No, that was for cold sauce.
Oh. So that was for me to show.
Yeah, so it looks like Ratchet and Clank is going to be a pretty big part of that game, considering spotted. I want to say they just named him 3 separate times.
Yeah.
So, anybody have like a topic relating to Lord of the Rings that they want to bring up? Because there's like lately, Amazon ruined Lord of the Rings. And then there's a Lord of the Rings anime that we saw the trailer all together, and we all got excited for it.
I know, but I just know as I lied to everyone saying I was going to watch Uzumaki, the little things be popping up on Adult Swim, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not watching this shit.
What?
It looked too scary.
Ah! I don't blame you at all, dude.
Is a PlayStation exclusive.
I saw a meme that I thought was really funny about Gandalf. Remember that iconic scene where he told everybody, "Y'all go ahead," and then he fucking stood against that big monster. He's like, "You shall not pass." That one.
Uh-huh.
Well, somebody posted a picture of like that, and it was like Gandalf told the rest of the party to go and stayed behind to find the to fight the final boss, and then came back with all kind of upgraded stats and a better outfit. Well, I thought you was getting off
He was. He had to get that get back.
of addiction.
Everyone's pissing me the fuck off in this game.
Hate this. It's making me so mad. I'm not gonna fuck with it no more. Hey, what you doing? The exact thing I said I wasn't gonna do anymore.
Sounds like me when I try to work on my car.
Listen, if you guys ever hop on For Honor, I'll be on that game. I'll get so pissed. I'll stop for like maybe 5 minutes. Okay, I'll get so pissed. I'll be like, I'll be feeling worse than Squall ever feel, and I'll be like, 5 minutes later, all right, we gotta get back on. Like it's one of those
I don't.
games. It's just got to be like,
I get
I
it.
don't have
Like,
to. I don't have to explain to y'all that I'm the same way about Fortnite. I'm pretty sure everybody saw that video that I posted.
but I'm the same way about Rainbow Six Siege. Like, I'll be putting so much hate on it while I'm queuing up to the next match. Like,
Yeah,
I
well, you
never
know
want to play
what,
this
Blaine?
fucking game
You
again. I get
deserve
pissed.
to get pissed off by Rainbow Six Siege.
Swear to God, I haven't played it in so
The
long.
game sucks.
Game's so fun.
that's just like Astrobot on Twitter, right? You can scroll through that if y'all want to.
Rainbow
Ain't nothing
Six Siege
specific.
is just a rip off of Battlefield, which is just a rip off of Call of Duty. It's the
Not gonna
same
miss it.
energy. It's the same energy of from the fans as like the Destiny fans. They're like, "Oh, we're so unique." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're a ripoff."
I could not get into Destiny. Mainly because it was an
Des-
online only game.
Destiny was just a fucking Halo for PlayStation. That's all it really was.
I completely dropped Destiny. Bro, if y'all like seen the player base ruins everything in there. It's crazy how much stuff got nerfed into the ground. And things just got worse and worse and worse. Then there was a time period where things got better and better and better, but then they were like, "Okay, things are too good now, and our characters are too strong." And I'm like, "Our characters are too strong? Isn't it? That's what
I
that
know
mean at the time
exactly.
for a new game."
I know exactly what you're talking about when you say there was a time where it was getting better and better because that time specifically was right whenever Colin Kaepernick started kneeling for the pledge. Because I remember that was whenever more and more people, I'll be playing Xbox and my buddies will be like, dude, get Destiny, dude, get Destiny. I'm like, no, I've been a gamer long enough to know that this fad isn't going to last longer than 6 fucking months. And that game is nothing more than a Halo ripoff. And it's literally it's made by Bungie and they fucking that's what it is. It's a Halo ripoff with Call of Duty elements. That's it. Like there's no other way to describe that game.
Shoot, I'd find you a trailer, but I can't find you a trailer nowhere. No, that's 10 seconds. I ain't seen that game in a minute. The one about capturing monkeys or Ape Escape.
That was a bad time to be a Halo fan too, because the Halo ripoff Destiny was gaining insane popularity, and then 343 Industries was actively ruining Halo. Just making it worse and worse. Reach, the story mode was really cool, and we finally got to play as a custom Spartan for the campaign. But oh my god, the multiplayer was so vastly different from Halo 3, and like it didn't feel like Halo at all.
Mhm.
And then Halo 4 was such a stain. Like most people don't want to openly admit that it was a Halo game. I don't. I'm a Halo fan, and I'm like, Halo what? 4? No, we just went straight from 3 to 5. I don't. Halo Reach and 4 never happened. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
You're the only Xbox
And the
guy
whole
here.
time,
Can
yeah,
get
and
another
the
one.
whole time, Blaine was playing like Wii Sports and stuff.
Wii Sports was lit as hell.
Wii Sports was awesome. I wish the controller had like better like actual like good response, because I would have loved to play the boxing game. It's just I don't know if I was I'm gonna sound arrogant as fuck. I don't know if I was punching too fast for the controller to pick up. But like if I threw 10 punches, my dude was just standing there still going, "Why you not punching?" Like, dude, it was
I've
aggravating.
been there. I know what you're talking about. I got old. Was it Blaine the one who said he kept throwing his controllers around because he wouldn't put the strap on?
Yeah. He refused to put the strap on. He
Blaine!
was like, I'm too cool for the strap, but I'm not too cool to break my fucking TV and shit.
Blaine.
I never broke
Shaking my
it. It
head.
just went very close to it. Multiple times. It was such a pain to put on. I had fat hands when I was younger.
It was a pain to put the strap on. It had extra
Fuck
space.
yeah.
You could literally wrap it around your whole arm.
Dude, I was a child. I was retarded.
Does is anyone that's funny, Ninja. Does anyone have a topic that they want to bring up?
How much of the
Um,
bleach filler I can skip without being fucking confused.
what anime are you guys watching these days?
What anime am I not watching, actually?
I started Jujutsu Kaisen today and not exactly very interested. Uh
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still watching One Piece. Like I said, I ran out of episodes, so I just went back and started rewatching arcs.
Oh my god.
I remember.
I looked for Crunchyroll doesn't have Inuyasha. I thought that sucked because I was gonna rewatch Inuyasha morning, but
I
yeah,
could
it's
see it.
not on there. So I'm
Yeah,
actually
that'd be-
thinking I just now thought of this because I forgot when I was looking at it how much Blaine loved this show. But I'll go ahead and start Full Metal Alchemist because that's on Crunchyroll.
good show. I
Um,
liked it.
I'm
I
I'm
never
currently
actually
watching.
watched it. Like sometimes I would catch episodes of it on Adult Swim, but I never liked it for a lot of reasons. Like when I was a kid, I didn't understand almost none of it. And like I had friends that loved it and they would start explaining it to me. And while they were talking, I would just be in my head going, "What the fuck are you talking about right now?" So, so like I got this same confusion while they're trying to explain it to me, dumbed down in Hunter Glish, and the same feeling as I watched the show. It's just I don't understand any of the shit. But I was a kid, and I'm an adult now, and so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good.
Watch
We hope
Brotherhood.
so.
Don't watch the first one.
Yeah, I know. I know
Um,
that much.
I'm watching Fire Force, Bleach, Code Geass, Naruto, some romance anime here and there. When I want to watch people fall in love. That's about it.
Yeah, you did. That was that romance anime that you're watching. That's the one from the pictures that you sent me on Instagram. Is that more
Probably I've
than one
watched a lot
anime?
of I've watched a lot of romance anime, dude.
You don't have to be ashamed to tell us what it is.
I'm saying I'm watching Kurime. I'm watching. I can't pronounce it, but
Or
it's a very
Hime.
tall dude and a very small dude. Uh, yeah. Okay,
Or
it's a good
Emo?
love story. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like this dude had very long hair, then he cut it. Watched Angel Beats. Watched. Forgot what it's called, but he has like they have these abilities, and this man can steal people's abilities. Watched that one. Clanad.
When you say Orime, are you talking about Oreimo?
No, H. Horime. Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. 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 We're
Never
getting
mind.
closer. We're getting closer.
Yeah, he had long black hair. He had like tattoos, piercings, and then he cut his hair, stopped wearing his piercings.
So,
Oh, I know
Blaine,
what
what's
that is.
your personal favorite romance anime?
That's a toughie. I've watched so many.
Is that why your skin is so smooth and you have pierced ears?
No, I had pierced ears before I watched any fucking romance anime.
Wow,
No,
that's
I've always
such a
had natural.
good comment.
I've always had really good skin too.
$5. Blaine's a secret femboy.
Hell nah. Does it look? You know my body can't pull off a femboy body.
Trying to be a
You know
model.
that.
He's the world's first giant
Yeah.
femboy.
My
to be a-
shoulders are too broad for that shit, man.
He'll submit to you from above.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
He
Blaine's
just
big, dude. Blaine's
he just came back.
Blaine's like 6'2.5" or some shit. Like he's up there.
5'11 and a half.
No, you're not. Blaine, you're
I'm
taller
fucking
than your
tall.
dad, and your dad is taller than
No, I'm
me, and
not. I'm not
I'm
taller than my dad.
5'10".
I'm
You
like an
are.
inch shorter than my dad. Inch shorter than my dad.
Yeah, for Victoria's wedding, that was 2 growth spurts ago.
Oh, last time I saw him, my former tried to say I was 5'9".
What is he, like 6'10"?
No, man. He's like the same height as me. They put out a tape measure and everything, and they're like, "This shit says 5'9". I'm like, "You're fucking lying to me," because I have a buddy who's 5'9", and that man's like 3 inches smaller than me.
And I'm pretty sure your fucking Adam's apple is at the very tippy top of my head. Like, and I'm 5'10". You're nearly head and
Like-
shoulders taller than me.
I'm 5'11 and a half.
Keep telling
No,
yourself
dude.
that.
Yeah.
And I weigh a good old 206. Wow, 200 pounds.
I noticed. I hate to keep picking on my little brother, but y'all noticed when I said he might be a secret femboy, his response was he's too big to be a femboy. Not, no, I'm not a
Oh, God.
fucking femboy. I'm too max. I don't want to be a femboy.
Dude, so like honestly, if I had a feminine body,
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. We're finding out new
Oh
things about you.
shit.
Oh my God.
Wow.
if I had a feminine body, I straight up would be selling feet pictures right now.
I'm
Dressed as a
never,
femboy.
I'm
Plane's
never,
OnlyFans.
ever. I'm never asking Blaine, "What are you doing, step bro?" ever again because
Oh
you,
Lord. Oh
But
no.
man would comment on my Instagram post. What are you doing,
"What are you
step bro? I'm like,
doing,
please
step
shut the
bro?"
fuck up. Please shut the fuck up.
I have a TikTok video of me asking you that, and all you did was blush.
Oh, no, you
Oh
don't. Do you?
wow. Was Skull
Squall, what
exposed
you
again?
doing?
Exposing him?
All right.
Let's see what Squall got up.
Which
It's not
anime are you
loading.
most excited for? I feel like we've done this one last week. It's just a different one. But I guess I wanted to bring up My Hero Academia movie 4 comes out in 2 days now. Dragon Ball Daima comes out in 2 days. Oh shit, I did not know there's a Tomb Raider coming out.
Dude,
Tomb
I
Raider
was,
anime.
I was very excited for Dragon Ball Daima, but there's a fucking Tomb Raider anime coming out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
I'm
gonna be
interested in
sick.
I'm
Dude,
interested in
I've
seeing that.
never even. I've always been like interested in Tomb Raider. You know, Angelina Jolie. Never actually played the game or learned about any of it. Really. Now that there's an anime, I'm fucking. If it's on Crunchyroll, I'm watching it.
See, let me look this.
What I want to know is, are they going after the Legend series or the before the Survivor series, or are they going to go
You-
with
Can you
Survivor?
tell by the weapon that she's holding?
Well, that was a dagger. If she would have had
Netflix.
a pistol in her hand, maybe that was a dagger looking thing.
So one
That's a
of
dagger.
them. So one of them, she doesn't use any guns, any firearms.
She uses guns, but her iconic weapons are dual pistols. And so
Right.
Survivor is going
They're
to be
strapped
about
to
a
her
bow.
legs.
Maybe. If it and here's the other thing. If it's just one pistol, this is Survivor. But if it's dual pistols, it's a at least Legacy or a Legend.
Gotcha.
Well,
Quick
Tomb
side note. Me and Artemisia decided to cosplay as Gohan and Piccolo. She comes back to the States at like a Comic-Con. She's
Nice.
gonna be Piccolo, and I get to paint her.
Oh.
Anyways, Tomb Raider is
The little dancey dance.
Tomb Raider is going to
Yeah,
be
that shit
streamable on
matter.
Netflix. Looks like October 10th, so
Um,
tomorrow.
Who the fuck even still has Netflix? Isn't it like $15 a month for that shit?
I still have it.
And you can't
Not
like
watching
share it
Drake,
with
though.
anybody.
Everyone usually
What?
Not
just
watching
kind of
Drake, though.
shares these stream sites with each other. At least I do.
But you can't share Netflix. You can have it on like 2 separate things.
I pay for that expensive shit where I could have it on multiple things. My mom be using it.
Well,
It's on my Xbox.
Well, then why do I not have Netflix?
Because I forget I have it, okay? Just how I forget I have Disney Plus and Paramount Plus.
Paramount
Bro hit
Plus. I
himself
think I
with
had that one.
Bro hit himself with the
You
Men in
have-
Black flash to make him forget.
Yeah, it's like just take my money.
There's an interesting topic. If you could have any tool from like a show, a movie, whatever, what tool would it be? Because I know a lot of people would choose the Men in Black flash thing.
Mhm.
What are you doing on average if you need to flash someone, though?
Stealing
What
money
I
from them.
use?
You know how many fucking banks I would rob if I had one of those things?
Yeah, but then you gotta get the right camera. That's assuming
Omnitrix.
you
I
can
want
get
the
the camera.
Omnitrix.
No, you don't. You wear a mask, you hit them with the flash, and you say, stand right here, and open up the vault for me and shit. And then when you're leaving, you flash them again. They'll get you on camera, but you're wearing a fucking mask and shit. What does it matter?
I don't know. I think the stuff they got now probably could get through that somehow.
I would choose. I mean, I'd have to go back and watch the movies, but I know for a fact I would choose something that Tony Stark invented.
I'll probably use like
Something with Jarvis. I'd use Jarvis. That's what I would use.
Okay. 'Cause if you would have said a suit,
Cortana.
I was gonna have to throw a con to that, but where?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take one of the suits.
You don't want to suit.
No, I wouldn't, because I can't power it. I don't have the thing.
There's a whole
Like,
con
how does
where he
War
got stuck in
Machine
his.
power his? You got
did fill
stuck
up
in his suit?
Yeah. He died in it. It happened.
What the fuck? That happened. Explain that to me. I know this is your specialty.
I'll find it for you. I don't have to do all that.
Oh my god. Never, don't even worry about it, because I'm not gonna do it myself. Ninja's one of those teachers that just interesting enough to get the class like interested, but then he's like, now do all the work yourself. And we're like, nah, I'd just rather pass with a D, you fucking asshole.
There's supposed to be an Elden Rings anime coming out too.
oh really?
Really?
Yeah.
I know they've got some cool lore, so I bet they'll have a good anime. Also, speaking of teachers, kids, bro.
Oh my god.
Side
Yeah.
joke between me and Squall.
Elden Ring
Yeah.
anime. Latest? Where'd you see that?
It posted up on fucking what's it called on TikTok, so it might not have been real, but it was going around for like a couple weeks.
I don't know. I actually really am excited for Dragon Ball Daima. I don't care what nobody says. It looks fun.
Oh yeah, I wanted to kind of go back to that post. Yeah, I can't wait for Dragon Ball Daima. I think there's only going to be like 20ish episodes, but I actually don't care. Like anything Dragon Ball is something I'll be looking forward to. Shangri-La Frontier comes out season 2 in 5 days. That was a good anime. I didn't finish it, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining.
I've never
Very
seen that
Sword
anime.
Art Online like. I don't know what this Arifureta is. It looks interesting. Definitely not gonna be watching Fairy Tale. Hear a lot of bad things about that one.
No.
It's very
Tell
power
us
of
your
friendship.
thoughts. Blaine, tell us your thoughts on the Fairy Tale. You're a Fairy Tale fan.
Hashtag
Are you excited? Are you looking for anything to be resolved?
one, I haven't fully finished it because I watched it like just episodes on YouTube and shit, so I don't remember what episode I was on, and I was not about to rewatch. I like like the magic power system, but like it's I get stronger with powers of friendship, and I didn't flex with that. Honestly, that's like its biggest downfall, and the fan service for Lucy is very bad too. But other than that, it has really good scenes, like really good fight scenes, really good animations. It starts getting into like the wizard magic games and stuff like that.
Well, anyway, Fairy Tale's trash. I hate it. Worst anime I've ever seen in my life, and I'll never watch it again.
That was the worst anime you've ever seen in your life?
What,
No,
Fairy Tale?
it's still Kill Exes, but you know, it's the
Oh,
second
okay.
worst anime I've ever seen.
Let's kill
That's
X.
Trash. I'm Kiss Exes. Okay, we're not Kill. All right. We're not talking about that anime. Okay, we're not talking about that.
What's the story
Not kill
behind
la
it?
kill.
We're not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm
Sounds
ashamed
like
I
you
watched
liked it
that
a
at all.
lot.
Heck no. Heck no. You know when people like trick you to watch like Boku no Pico? Like someone tried to
Yeah.
trick you to watch that
Yeah.
show? I got tricked into watching Kiss X's. But I watched it for the first time. I was disturbed beyond reason. I couldn't understand why I was done like this. Well, I'm not
Um,
friends no more. I'll put it like that.
Squall, how much of the filler can I skip in Bleach without being super confused? Can I like skip all of it?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see.
Okay.
I would skip all of it up until I want to say the when the Sonbok toes come to life and start rebelling back. I'd watch that one. That one was good.
Okay.
Really,
Because I think I
Squall, that's
skipped
a
everything to 266. 200 to
Squall, that's
episode
a
266.
good suggestion. But Blaine, what you really honestly should do is skip the entirety of that show and also skip the rest of the Skypiea arc and continue on your One Piece journey.
No, I'm gonna finish my Bleach journey.
Oh, it sucks.
It doesn't. It has like one of the best power systems in the big three.
Why do I never understand it when someone tries to explain it to me?
'Cause it's complicated. All right.
All right,
I
so
don't understand
complicated
it.
doesn't mean best. You sound like an Insidious fan right now.
I'm not saying because it's complicated, it's the best.
You said it's the best, and then you said because it's complicated.
No, you said how come when someone explains it to me, I don't get it, and I said because it's complicated.
Your Honor, this man is lying on the stand. Your Honor, were you even there, bro?
Yeah, are you even there, Your Honor?
Your Honor, my client put this on his mom.
He put the shit on God, Your Honor.
Honor, if he was a liar, wouldn't his pants be on fire? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm most excited for Dragon Ball Daima, but I will be watching that Tomb Raider one if I get the chance.
I
The
agree.
man's gonna haggle me down for my Netflix information, like he haggled me for Fortnite.
I'm not that excited over it.
Man shook me down.
Yeah, I just hope they go back to the Legend series. That was the best version. Like Angelina Jolie, like that's during the Legacy to Legend series. That's what that is. They had a new Tomb Raider movie out, which I think they tried to base in like reality or something. There was like no magic to it whatsoever. But, like Tomb Raider games, Tomb Raider lore, there's always something magical in it to some degree, and it just feels like Survivor. I won't say it's completely gone, but I don't think it's as strong as it used to be.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't people already expecting that Tomb Raider movie to not do good because they specifically said that they were gonna change certain things or ignore certain things? Like that Dragon Ball movie, if you can even call it a Dragon Ball movie.
I
Which
can't speak
Dragon
on
Ball
that.
movie?
I have no idea.
With the guy that was on Shameless. Yeah, he
Evolution?
dated Fiona for a little while.
I think so.
Talking about Dragon Ball Evolution, that garbage monstrosity
Yeah,
of a movie. Oh yeah,
yeah. You know any other live action Dragon Ball movies?
I didn't hear that live action part. I just heard that what if you can even call that a Dragon Ball movie?
Exactly.
Yeah, God, bro, what a disgrace. Well, what's worse, Avatar: The Last Airbender live action movie or that Dragon Ball live action movie?
Definitely Dragon Ball. Without a doubt, Dragon Ball. 100% Dragon Ball. When I watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action movie, I thought to myself, this is an Avatar: The Last Airbender live action movie. watched the Dragon Ball Evolution live action movie, I thought to myself, the fuck am I watching?
Is it
Fuck
Goku
is
driving
this?
a car?
There's no Krillin in Dragon Ball.
Bro.
There's no Bulma
And
either.
Chi-Chi wasn't a pest. Chi-Chi wasn't a pest, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ah. What's your guys' choices? Seven Ninja. Have you seen both of them? Blaine, I feel like you haven't seen either one.
I've seen a little bit of the Avatar, and I have to say, when it comes down to getting closer to the source material, Avatar has it. So, it's going Avatar.
I'm
It's
like
the
a big
worst.
fan.
No, it's better because it's
Oh.
closer to the source material.
So I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of like watching the live action anime movies. Like I just want to see how like in live action as real people. I'll watch most of them, but Dragon Ball looked just straight stupid to me. Just like the pictures. So I never even watched that shit. I didn't give it a chance, and I gave live action Full Metal Alchemist a chance, and that shit was ass. I did fucks with the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie though.
I
I was
hated
always
both.
waiting for more episodes. Yeah, like it wasn't the best, but I was like, I just like watching real people do shit. But
Yeah, and I mean, not
I
just
couldn't
that,
get
but
into it. Go ahead.
the Avatar movie, like the director that made it, reason he made it was because he was marathoning the show like with his kids, and then they got to like halfway through season 2 or some shit, and he was like, "Let's fucking make this a movie." So like he was a fan of it going into it. Once they made the Dragon Ball movie, they came out and said, "We're not going off of any source material. I don't even like this show." That was like word for word what he said. And then another good point that I'd like to bring up is if you've never watched either anime, if you just watch the Avatar movie without any like watching the anime at all, it's still a decent movie. It's still a pretty good movie. If you watch Dragon Ball without knowing anything from Dragon Ball, that movie still sucks.
I agree with everything you said except for Avatar. It's just in like 2010-ish. Straight garbage. Even if you haven't seen Avatar.
I'll admit that the acting could have been better. As far as the writing and the story and all that, it wasn't terrible.
Can't find it.
I'm
Everything made
having a hard
sense
time.
to itself.
Yeah, in terms of like how bad they were, I would put them both on an equal playing field. But Seven Ninja does bring up a good point. That Avatar was close to the source material. Like, what the fuck was that Kamehameha bullshit they did in Dragon Ball Evolution? It was just the ball that kind of expanded when it exploded or some shit to blow out all the candles. But that was the most fucked up like depiction of a Kamehameha ever.
They're playing Street Fighter.
I mean, Street Fighter,
Hadouken.
yeah, that's a ball that like
Ame Haruken!
damn near.
What anime needs to get the Fighter Z's treatment? Fighter Z's treatment.
Treatment?
Yeah.
Like a game?
First, explain the
anime would you?
Fighter Z treatment.
Fighter Z was made by Arc System Works. It plays a lot like Marvel vs. Capcom. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's usually got like 3 people on both sides, and you use them to extend your combos.
I would low key fucks with a Tokyo Ghoul game. Honestly.
My answer is gonna piss off Hunter. Jujutsu Kaisen, baby.
Yeah, that would be good.
I could see it. I could. I feel like Naruto.
Son of a bitch.
Naruto
I've
should
been
have
over
one by
here
now.
arguing my case with my mic muted. The fucking anime that always the fucking anime that always deserved to have a good video game franchise that would have done better as a video game than the anime itself, which it quite like it did do in the States as an anime, but fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool to bring the cards to life and have them fight in real time battle.
Yeah. It'd be like Pokken Tournament. I can see it.
I guess if we're talking newer animes, I mean, considering it is a video game, I'll throw Fairy Tail in there.
Fairy Tail does have a lot of characters, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Be the power of friendship versus power of friendship.
Now, I will say this, and I know y'all haven't watched a lot of it and all that, but if we could have an open world MMO of fucking One Piece, man. Oh my
We
God.
have something like that already, kinda.
Yeah, but it ain't as good as it should be. Like
Like
if it was
TFT?
really done right, if it was done right, like Ubisoft before they got corrupt used to do games. Because look, hear me out. All right. First of all, the power system is like really easy to understand. It's a very simple power system. And second of all, probably most importantly, the fucking mapping, like the size of the islands and like everything's on record. Like Oda actually has all that data written. So they wouldn't have to take any free liberties with the map. They literally have the data. So making that into an open world is like we could actually relive what we see in the show with our own characters and shit. That would be a phenomenal open world game. That'd be the only anime that I would want an open world from other than Dragon Ball Z. I guess Naruto would be good too.
Yeah.
Like depends. Like if you're just talking about open world, Storm 3 was open world. Storm 4 was not, and that shit was garbage in my opinion. And I
So I
haven't
just
played
had
any of
this
the
thought.
newer ones.
I haven't actually watched it, but so Ninja, I'm gonna let you give the final thoughts on this one. But I feel like Speed Racer could rival Mario Kart.
They had a Speed Racer game. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Um, you know what? I'll say this. I feel like Speed Racer's game does capture the speed elements of it. But when it comes to like what I think it should feel like, I'm thinking more. I'm thinking more
Speed.
when it comes to like speed, the idea of Speed Racer, and like I'm thinking more like the crew a little bit. I don't know if you ever played that game.
I
Um,
tried.
I'm thinking more of the crew and maybe more crew two. I don't know how the newest one is, but more like crew two. Um, but to add that, then you have like the weapons and stuff that you have in the Speed Racer. I could see it challenging Mario Kart, like a Mario Kart style. I could see it. Um, but because of how a Speed Racer is, I feel like it's gonna be one of those where like you pick your car and there's no items. You just kind of recharge whatever your car comes with in the because that's kind of what they do. They don't really pick up anything. I'm thinking a mixture of Mario Kart and maybe
And
no.
Twisted Metal.
Have you ever played Burnout? Have you ever played Burnout?
Dude, yes.
Burnout
Uh-huh.
Revenge had its fucking claws in me. Like, I played more Burnout Revenge than anybody has ever played any racing game ever. I was more addicted to that game than my cousin Lance was addicted to heroin. I'm not playing about that. And I found
So
Lance's
Oh,
body.
that was wild.
so Burnout, and have you ever heard of a game called Split Second?
No.
I gotta I gotta so that racing game had a lot of if you ever watch like let's think Fast and Furious, like the later movies, how they got like a lot of like big stunts, like big cinematic large explosions and
Yeah,
stuff like that. That's what Split Second was. It was like a Hollywood movie as a race. I can
gotcha.
find you some.
So, all right, now the cars in Speed Racer, they all have different abilities.
Some of them just come on with weapons, stuff like that. Like some of them have those. Now in that
Well, I've
racing
seen like
game,
the main character, I've seen his car can like make itself jump. All right about that?
yeah. If we're talking about the anime, I'm sure here's the thing, because
What's up,
it's
I am
kind of
Legend?
illegal
Doing
to
pretty
do
good.
that in the
Doing
race
our little
if we go off the
podcast while
movie.
playing this game.
If we're going off the show, they always had weapons and stuff like that, so it's not impossible. It's just kind of one of those things where this stuff happens off of outside of the cameras. Like like there's hidden blind spots. That's when you usually start seeing the weapons. Um, but I believe that the Speed Racer game had weapons in them. I have to check that. Um, so, but
As
what I think
far as
would happen,
the tracks
that
that they race on,
mhm, what do I
would you
see?
compare that to Mario Kart?
Oh, I could see it. Oh, I could totally see that. Actually, it reminds me more of have you ever played Jack X?
No.
Jack X is it's Jack and Dexter series. Um, Jack X is a racing game. It's a lot like Mario Kart, but it's a lot you have less items in a sense of like ability to get them. You have a less of a catch up mechanic. If you're ahead, you're gonna stay ahead. But if you get caught even once, it's over.
Goodness. That sounds like rocket racing on Fortnite.
Another one that comes to mind, I think the game's called Grip.
No. Dude, how about this? Build the perfect Speed Racer game right now. Describe it to us.
Let me give me a second to think on that.
All right. While you're doing that, Blaine,
Oh,
Blaine,
yeah.
isn't that something you wanted to tell everyone?
Is he
No.
coming out the closet?
I'm
No.
not. Fuck everyone, man.
He did that earlier when he told us the reason he wouldn't be a femboy is because he's too big.
X, dude.
You can
Oh,
still
you
like
get
girls and
quiet.
be a femboy. You just need like a
Yeah,
dummy
yeah.
mommy.
Nah, no.
That'd be a K-pop
But
star.
gotta be a
That would
K-pop
be Blaine.
star.
Yeah, it could
Um,
be a K-pop
wh- what
star.
am what am what am I supposed to tell everybody?
I don't. I was just saying that to see if like you actually had something. I didn't actually.
No, man.
Okay, I got you, guys. I got it. I got it. So, looking again at a game called Grip. Grip had it had a high speed. It had items. Is this the perfect Speed Racer game? No, but it does capture a lot of what Speed Racer is inside of the movie, and more the movie more than the movie. And some of the anime. I'm thinking when it comes to stuff like tracks, Mario Kart has good tracks for like what Speed Racer is to me. Um, but it does not capture the speed. You can't have too many like curves that kind of stop you from being able to really show off that speed. And if you're going to do like curves, they need to be where you could get a very good drift off of it. We're thinking maybe game could I tell you about? We're thinking something with extremely long, like, drifts, like, stuff like that. And
The
then we're
rocket racing
thinking
from Fortnite.
let's go with that, let's go with that. Now, when it comes to items, the way it has to work is we're thinking something that's simple, but effective. So we're thinking something like, machine guns, we're thinking
Is it
rockets,
gonna be a
homing rockets
preset
specifically.
thing like for
No.
each car? Like if you choose this car, you're gonna have this type of gun?
If I was gonna go that route, it would be more on the if it's heavier weight, it's gonna be slower, or if it's a heavier weight, you have less of an ability to turn, so something like that. When it comes to just like preset weapons, I think if anything, it's gonna be just three specific weapons, and that's gonna be maybe homing rockets, machine guns, and some kind of mine. I think works pretty good for like something like
All
Speed
right.
Racer. Um,
So like
we
you'll
have to
have
have multiple pathways.
so let's say like your really heavy vehicles, they're gonna be slower and they're not gonna turn as good, but their rockets are gonna be like really big explosions. Like they'll take nearly all your health in one shot, and then the mines that they drop are also gonna be the same way.
I
The
would actually
machine
say it'd
guns
be
are
better for
really
them to
gonna
have
be
more.
ripping through you.
I
Huh?
think they should have a bigger capacity.
Okay, like more ammo.
Yeah, I could see a
I
bigger
got you.
capacity, more ammo. I certainly see that. The lighter
You might
cars
have
should be able
like
to escape it.
if you have like let's say you have three heavy cars, like one of them might have like way more ammo than all the others. One of them might have like a much stronger rocket. Oh,
Certainly, the heavier it gets, I could see it. Um, See, mine would kind of have to work the same as like you ever played Crash Team Racing?
no.
In Crash Team Racing, you had the ability to, and there's some other games like this too, like the Mario Kart has the banana, but like you could basically shoot your stuff behind you in Crash Team Racing in order to prevent getting hit by rockets or the bowling bomb or stuff like that. So
Right.
stuff like that. Is there a shield in Speed Racer? If we're going off the movie, the only shields coming from like when their cars blow up. Even still, with even all that I've said, they have to capture that idea of the speed. And the thing about Speed Racer is like, especially if we're talking about Speed himself, and just let's say we take him as the starter character for everyone. Um, his main thing, he's probably got I would go as far as to say for Speed Racer, it's not a incredibly light car, but it's somewhere in the middle. I would say it's lighter than it is heavy. And it does have really good that's also the racer himself, because Speed is an amazing racer, um, compared to most of the people around him. Um,
Separate stats for driver and for vehicle.
yeah, yeah, 100%, I could see that. Um, really long race courses, we're talking about, like, some Speed Racer races are just straight up, like, there's no laps, it's just a single one, so that depends. If we're talking about early game, we're talking about beginner stuff like that, it's gonna be laps. But when it comes down to the, harder ones, that's when they
Championships.
start doing, yeah, that's when you just got, like, those straight runs, and that's, like and I'm going specifically off the movie right now, they had, like, a very big, 1 lap, but it had a lot of curves and stuff like that. Um never really tight curves, never really tight curves. Their cars can't do those. But if it was like grip, if it was like grip bro, if it was like grip, literally you could just like go up and down. You could go like you could go from the floor to the ceiling
Ninja,
at
this is
any time.
your game. Like, why do you
I'm
keep
telling
saying
you.
if it was like you're making this right now?
Okay, okay. We need to add the idea of being able to go onto the wall at any time. So driving on the walls, driving on the
So like
ceiling.
rocket racing in Fortnite.
Mhm, mhm, at any time. So that's kind of where I'm coming from there. Now, as far as the only thing is, the last thing that comes to me if we're playing on the idea of fairness. Now, if we're talking about strictly on the idea of you know, single player, this doesn't matter. But when it comes to fairness, because people are not going to play a game that there's no way to catch up. Um,
Right.
maybe some kind of bullet bill mechanic. Not a not a blue shell. I don't see that working at all. I think that kind of
Homing rocket.
it's well, homing rockets are already there. Some kind of
Yeah, but like a special homing rocket that specifically targets first place.
mm, only problem with that cold sauce is that in a game like Speed Racer, when one hit pretty much takes you out, that's almost a problem. It's it's not incredibly bad, and I can certainly see it, but it would actually be better to actually be able to catch up through, like, let's say if we gave them some kind of nitrous ability,
Speed
to
boost.
have, like, yeah, have that speed boost, and maybe just, like, before they get there, there's some kind of thing that, rubber bands them back all the way up to, wherever the rest of the racers are, and then, like, that's when they start getting, like, a lot of speed boost. So something like that I could totally see, but when it comes down to, straight
What's
up,
the physics
rocket
in
like
that
that.
show? Like, can you like for your video game, would you be able to get away with having like a phase mode? Like, here's what I'm thinking. In Mario Kart, when you get the star, you go generally faster. And if you run into somebody, it just knocks them out the way. But for what I'm saying is instead of knocking them out the way, it would just like phase through them, like almost like a ghost mode, but you're also speeding up.
You're talking about, like, how if you were to go in, I think it's, like, if you go hyper speed, like, you basically turn into a ribbon through
Something
space.
kind of like that.
Um,
Yeah, like that movie Stopwatch, I think it was called.
uh, I didn't see that. Uh, it's not they've never gone that fast in the show. It would be cool, and it would certainly capture the idea of, and I can show you that scene at the end of the movie where Speed Racer, he's moving so fast, he's basically locked in, and since he's in the zone, he's basically making every curve perfectly. He's moving so fast that no one's able to really catch up to him. Um, I could certainly see that idea, but that is more of a player skill thing to me. I think
So, okay, so my idea for that would be instead of it being like a player skill where it speeds you up and something like that, it would just autopilot you to do a perfect run for the next 5 or 10 seconds or some shit.
I could see that. That would be that catch up mechanic I'm thinking about. I could totally see that.
Right.
Of course, it would have to be shorter if you're like in first, because some people I've seen people save bullet bills in first before.
Yeah.
That mess is dirty. Um, so far that's it. What am I not talking about? So we talked about like racer stats versus car stats. Um, I think even going as far as like how you build your car actually should matter. So instead of like preset cars, like you choose what your chassis is going to be. You're going to choose your wheels, uh, even the rims, because I'm sure that matters to some degree. Your brakes, your engine, and
Is this all customization that you're gonna have at the menu or in a hub world?
I'm thinking. So if we're talking about like you have a personal garage, I could see that. Um, let's go with the hub world. I like that idea. I also like the idea of maybe showing off your car into like in like an online race, like online lobby, being able to show off your cars there. I
Yeah.
think that'd be pretty cool. Uh, do you want to go the route of allowing someone to maybe sabotage your car? I'm thinking of specifically the Star Wars movies. I'm thinking about like I think they were sabotaging cars in the sabotaging pod racers
Yeah,
in the
like in the
movies back then.
first Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's an idea. I think I'd
Uh,
put like a mechanic like you roll the dice
if you're
before you
gonna
race
do
and see what
that,
happens.
you if you're gonna do that, then you're gonna have to have part of the game be you can exit the vehicle. My opinion.
You mean like it restarted? You mean like it restarts, or like you're out
No,
of
like
disqualified?
you can literally open the door and get out of the vehicle and like walk around and shit as your character. If you're gonna do like before the race starts, like at the lineup when Saboba fucking ripped off that thing from whatever pod that was, or flipped that switch on Anakin's pod. What you were
I
talking
think
about,
what I
right?
would probably do. I know what you're talking about. I think what I probably would do, at least when it comes to story mode, there would probably be some points where that could happen. But I think, what I would do overall, at least we're talking about multiplayer, someone could put in, like, a token saying, "I wanna try to sabotage someone," and they have to roll their dice for it. And so when they roll their dice, let's say they get a 1, well, their sabotage fails. But if they succeed, the person gets held back for maybe, like, 5 seconds,
At the
and
start of
then
the
they're able
race.
to.
That's a
Yeah.
I can see that happening. My thing is, I don't really like the whole luck of the draw kind of thing. So my idea would be that you can walk around and try to sabotage somebody's car. Like you can walk up to them and it'll start some kind of little mini game, like a puzzle thing. That
Mhm,
might take like 5 seconds on a perfect run and 10 seconds on a bad run, or you might just fail it altogether. But
mhm,
also, there would be like guards walking around. And if they see you, if you get caught, then you know, whatever the penalty would be, you know,
mhm,
like you have to wait 10 seconds to hit the gas at the start of the race, like before
yeah,
everyone else. You know what I mean?
yeah. Then there's also one other thing that I would probably do. I'm thinking specifically of Beach Buggy, actually, that phone game. They had a I'd like to mess with gravity a bit and have them, like, having to have you ever played, um, it's a Sonic Sega All-Stars Transformed Racing Transformed? Have you ever played that?
Uh, No, the Sonic games that I played was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle,
Uh-huh.
Sonic the fucking I think there was like all on snowboards or something, Sonic Riders maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Um,
Those are like the 2 Sonic games that I played. Kirby Air Riders was one of the ones that I forgot to bring up last time we were talking about some topic, but that fucking game was awesome. That game was slept on like a motherfucker.
I thought they made a newer one.
I don't know, but I do know that Kirby Air Riders, when my cousin Ryan rented it for that
Mhm.
weekend, I was supposed to go sleep for just Friday, and we begged our parents to let me stay for the Saturday too. We couldn't stop playing Kirby Air Riders.
Uh, Never mind what that was. Uh, but if we were to go the route of Transform, the Transform had the boat style, it had the airplane style, and it had the car style. I would kind of want, because they do have the since you have the ability to have a jump kit, you also have the ability to add other, uh, attachments to your, vehicle as well. It would be kind of cool to see now we're going outside of the Speed Racer game. It would be kind of cool to see him having to, like, fly his car around as well. Like, he makes a ramp, and now he's gotta dodge, like, volcanoes and stuff like that. Maybe he has to jump off of the side of a cliff, on the side of a mountain side or whatever, and he's driving through there. I could totally see that, actually. Like in, I think it's the volcano. It has, like, volcano, like, slowing spots in, Rocket Racing, and it's like you have to drive on the side of the walls, um, left, right, left. You
Yeah,
remember what I'm talking about, Cold Sauce? So a place like that, like, spread out, and you kinda have to, like, if you slow down at all, like, you're falling off the roadway altogether. I kind of would like to do something where you have hazards that will pop out periodically,
I gotcha.
and, there's also the idea of working on a car that, like, if you're driving the car and it gets damaged, like, throughout the race, like maybe you like oh, does your car slow down? Um, could eventually
Do
blow
you
up.
have
So
a
you have
pit
to maintain
stop?
the health.
Like, do you have a pit stop mid race?
In
Because
Speed
then if
Racer,
you do that,
there's no pit stop.
like, oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, if you do that, then uh, it also would make sense for you to be able to you get points. You could put it on your character, you could put it on your car, or you could put it on your crew. But if that's not in the show, then no point in adding it to the game.
Yeah, it's I mean, like again, it's one of those situations. Like once the race is over, he might take it to his garage, but like there's no pit stops. Um,
Right. So
I would kind of want
that's
to work with that
actually,
idea though.
you got to be careful. You got to lock in, which really is kind of the theme in the show too. Like you don't want to hurt your car because this is your one fucking car.
Hmm.
So that's a really good
Matter of fact, they're always
I agree
disqualified
with
too
that.
after they got knocked out of the car. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Mm. That's your whole Speed Racer game?
Well, something will come up to me later, but it's not. I don't got anything right now.
Sounds
So I'll,
good.
I'll probably think of something later.
Let's all go around rating that hypothetical game 1 to 10. Lane?
Probably won't even listening.
No. He was spaced out. Blaine!
What?
Rate Ninja's game that he just made 1 through 10.
10.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Wasn't
love it.
listening. Was not listening at all. I give it.
What
I
about
You
give
you,
it.
just
Skull?
said Speed
Well,
Racers, and I was just, oh, damn.
I wasn't really paying attention either, to be honest.
Ah, disrespect.
I'm focused on this game.
Get your combat button to work.
Yeah, I restarted the game and it was working. So
Gotcha,
it's a
gotcha.
speed racer game. What were the cliff notes?
Do I
we
want to go
just
back to
spent
that?
like 15 minutes going over
No.
this. You're not, don't even say it because he's already in another fight in the game. He's not even going to
Uh-huh.
hear
Well,
anything.
it's unranked right now, so I don't really care about this match.
I don't even want to do it
I'll,
nowhere. Go ahead.
I'll
Go
rate
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
Go sauce.
I'll rate it. Based off everything that you just told me, I'm thinking my rating is going off of things like I want to play it. How much money would I be willing to spend on playing it? How long do I think I would play it for? Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and like general comparison to other racing games that I enjoy. I'm gonna put it like pretty far up there. That game sounds exciting as hell. Putting it if I'm not in a 9, I'm putting it close to a 9. But really I've never played like a perfect racing game other than Mario Kart Double Dash. Um so that's like my favorite racing games other than Mario Kart Double Dash would be Need for Speed Most Wanted and Fortnite Rocket Racing, which I only rate each of them at like 7.5. So for me to put this one above 8.5, that's a really good fucking game. That's a really good racing game.
Yeah. Submit that to somebody.
Oh, they'll fuck it up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's a big corporation, they're gonna go, hang on, this is too much fun and not enough money. We need to figure out how to get money from people.
Chris Burns would probably have to be an indie studio. Who would I trust to do that though? I see this as like kind of like I see it as more of a $40. I couldn't see myself getting a $60 game out of that. Not to say that it's not good quality, like quality of an idea, but when it comes down to it,
What
like
speaking of quality, what would your art style be?
mm, all that I would do,
Would you leave it
I like
2D
the
like the
Fortnite
anime?
style. I like it
Or
the
you go with
Fortnite
the
style.
Fortnite 3D?
Yeah. It's like because of like its style, like I can get it because the more realistic you go, the less people are going to be okay with like that
Yeah.
that wackiness that I'm doing there. But like less realistic is a lot better.
It also, honestly, I could with everything that we were describing, I was picturing it in like a Forza of art style.
Mhm. I could see it. I remember
That's
Burnout, like
You
your
ever
car would
played
get beat up over
you
like
ever
a
played Need for Speed
race.
2015?
Which
Which one?
one? You said 2014.
2015. It's online only.
Oh, I haven't.
Nah.
It's just called Need for Speed. It's one of the best Need for Speed games out there.
So, Blaine, were you paying
Mm.
any attention during all of that?
Here and there. Like I kind of like low key stopped listening after heavy vehicles, more ammo, light
Oh, so
vehicles, less
literally the
ammo.
second sentence that he said. Gotcha. Uh,
Yeah.
all right.
Terrible.
Well, I'm gonna take my anime and make a video game out of it. And this time, like, pay attention to what we're saying because you're gonna have to go next. So you're gonna take a anime and make the best video game that you can make out of it. All right. And
Okay.
are you like falling asleep or something?
No.
Hell are you
Maybe.
doing? You texting a girl.
No.
Fucking dude. Ninja, I'm telling you, he's got a girlfriend. He was I hit him up, I tried to call him, and he fucking forwarded my call. And then a little while later, I texted him and I was like, hey, get on Fortnite. And then he left me on red. And then I get on Fortnite and he's playing duos, Battle Royale, not zero build, which we've never done. And
I hate it so much.
I'm going,
So
and
I
he
played
hates it. And I
Fritos.
know he hates it. And so he's ignoring his brother. He's playing a game that he doesn't fucking want to play. I'm like, this fucking dude's playing with a girl. And then I told him, I was
No.
like, I was like, oh, you playing with a girl. And I sent a picture of the SpongeBob when he's like, you like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? And
No.
look, and it was so fucking hilarious the way that I texted him. Like, even just describing it, you and Squall just laughed. And Blaine just goes, no. So I'm like, dude, he's definitely playing with a fucking girl, bro.
So my two of my best friends wanted me to play Fortnite with them, and they don't like zero
One
build
of them was
because
a girl.
they're both dudes.
You're back.
That they don't like zero build because they don't like not being able to make their own cover and stuff like that, and they don't like the auto turret and not being able to build and shit like that.
Yeah, the
And
auto
so they had
turret
me
really
playing
needs to get
fucking
the
build.
fuck.
Yeah, so they made me play build, and like I was dying a lot, and they're like, "Wow, I thought you said you was good at this." And I was like, "I play
On
zero
zero
builds,
build.
bruh.
Yeah.
I can't build for shit."
Yeah. And it's also hard to fight against like people that build whenever you're not used to that.
Yeah.
Fucking lame as shit. So Squad, you have an idea of what we've been doing? Or you wasn't paying any attention either?
So you said you were gonna describe like an anime, something, or make something out of an anime. When I was in back.
Right. So what we're doing is we're taking an anime and we're making the best video game that we can make out of it. Right? So Seven Ninja just went with Speed Racer. I'm going with One Piece. And Blaine's gonna go right after this. I'm about to go as soon as Ninja gets back. Gonna start describing
here.
my perfect One
Have
Piece game. All right.
One Piece games.
So what I'm gonna do is gonna be open world. Uh, I'll have a like an online version, like a MMO version, kind of like how Xenoverse has online or single player. But
Mhm.
it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be open world, and it's gonna be a lot like uh fucking what's the Blaine? What's the game with Alexios?
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So like you'll you'll go to like an island or whatever, or in the One Piece world, and there will be like on the island there will be like multiple quests. Like some of them will be small, some of them will be really long main quests with big rewards and shit. And you'll have like it. There won't be a story at all. It'll just be whatever you're doing. I definitely would want people to create their own character. Um,
Mhm.
as you now, you're gonna have to buy your own ship. So the only way you're gonna be doing that is by getting money from the quests that you'll be doing on these islands. And if your ship sinks, uh, it'll respawn you, but it won't respawn your ship. You're gonna be stuck on whatever island you respawn on, and you're gonna have to do quests to get enough money to buy another ship. And also, there will be like no matter what island you go on, there's going to be like at least one or two people on that island that when you do that quest, one of the rewards you can choose is to recruit that person to your crew. That'll be how you build your crew. And then
Mhm.
you'll have your RPG style, like you'll be able to up your stats based on experience and shit like that. Um no matter like what island you're on, like if you saw that island on the show One Piece, you're gonna see some of the characters. Like if you show up to a place where they did the execution of Gold Roger, like one of the bosses that are just gonna be walking around there is gonna be Smoker. Right? If you go to like the first place, one of the bosses is gonna be that axe hand iron jaw dude. Don't remember his name because he's not important, you know. Randomly on the seas, you're going to encounter marine ships, and every now and then you might randomly encounter an admiral. But I would have those admiral ships like you could see them on your map. Like I would let the player have that much intel because that's an admiral. I mean, you got to be Yonko
Mhm.
level just to fight one of them dudes. So, uh, obviously the best place to get a ship, like you wouldn't just be able to buy any ship from any island. If you want the best ship, you're gonna have to go to Water 7. You'll have to buy it like from Frankie or whatever those shipwrights. Not from Frankie because he was never one of those shipwrights. But yeah, shit like that. Um, so that's about all I got so far. Oh, and then like you would be every now and then when you're on the water, you might encounter like a sea king or whatever, and that would be random but very not frequent. Like on Sea of
Mhm.
Thieves, every now and then you encounter like a megalodon or the kraken or something. Uh,
Would it
and
not be
then
best to
like
do it as a raid?
what do you mean?
Like the Sea Kings themselves, would it not be better to have them as a raid? Like a group tries to take on our Sea King, or like as
Like,
a world event?
are you saying like have the sea kings specific areas of the water that you could sail to?
Yeah. Like, and maybe, like, they have a timed event, like, they'll show up maybe they're, like, challenging the, pirates or whoever. Are you gonna be just a pirate, or can you be, like, a marine?
That's actually okay. So I would, if I was to do that, and the thing about that is if you're a marine, won't have any freedom to choose where you want to go until you
Mhm.
become a captain, because you'll be controlling the ship. Before that,
Yeah.
you're confined to the objectives that they give you. And
Yeah.
so your benefits of being a marine would be gonna be real hard for you to lose a fight. I mean, you have the whole world government on your side, you know?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a lot of teammates and shit. I will have like I would have, if you choose like the devil fruit, you're gonna have to find your own devil fruit, by the way. Like you don't get to choose that while creating your character. Like you gotta find that in a world from like completing a quest or whatever. And it's not gonna be random. Like you're gonna find this specific fruit at this specific quest, shit like that. And like you might, like if you already have a devil fruit, you can uh do a quest and get the devil fruit, and you might choose to give it to one of your crewmates or just fucking sell it, whatever, at like a different shop or quest or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
if you have a devil fruit and you fall into the water and you don't have a crewmate that can jump in and save you, that's an automatic death. You're respawning now at the
Mhm.
closest island, and your crew. I want like some kind of friendship meter for your you know crew members too, because if you're the captain and you fall off and die and respawn, they might not come to save you. They might be like, finally, we don't have to deal with this dude no more, or if they hate you. so
Oh.
so you might like restart everything and then find your old crew on the seas, you know
Mhm.
and it would just be like, like running into a marine ship. Like it's an automatic on-site fight right there.
I see it. I see it.
So far that's what I
Can
got.
you meet
How y'all
any of
feel
the
about it?
main characters of the well, when I say main
Without a
characters, I
doubt.
mean like people of the story?
All of the characters from the anime are gonna be there, like in the video game. Like if you go to the land of Wano, the big main boss that's gonna be on there is gonna be Kaido. You go
Okay.
to Sky Island, the big main boss is gonna be Eneru. Like it's gonna be from the show. You know what I'm saying? If you go into that territory that Blackbeard controls, you're gonna die. I don't go like he's the fucking there's no beating Blackbeard and his crew. I don't even know why people try to argue that. Unless they're just way too powerful.
Mm. See, let's see.
So then the as far as like character creation, um, when you start out, there's gonna be a couple races you can choose from. You got human, got fish man,
Mhm.
you got
Mhm.
and this isn't like a big spoiler for y'all. There's a race that we learn about called Lunarians. Um and like obviously each race would have like different like strengths and weaknesses. The
Mhm.
Lunarian one, they're like extremely tough. It's hard to damage these dudes. So, and there's really nothing specifically setting apart humans from other people. Like fishmen are stronger and faster than humans, but what I would do in the game for humans is humans would have a serious affinity for hockey more than the
Mhm.
others. Um,
What kind of
what
weapons would
else?
you use?
So, you can you'll have like a certain amount of stats that like when you create your character, you can put these stats for certain things, apply them to certain things, and then you'll be able to spend some of those stats. You might start off with a pistol, you might start off with a sword, you might start off with a rifle, you
Mhm.
might go straight hands, you know. Um, so yeah.
Okay, let's say you were decided to max out strength. What weapon would you choose for that?
If you're gonna max out strength in a show or game like One Piece, you want straight hands. Strength is, I mean, a sword or a gun isn't gonna help you when strength is your thing.
Hmm.
Like a sword, is gonna be a sword regardless. But
Yeah.
I mean, in One Piece, because of hockey, we got guys that are punching swords. So
Yeah. Okay. How about magic / dexterity?
I mean, elaborate, because that's like
Oh, half and half.
stat specific.
Like half magic, half magic, half
But
dexterity.
your dexterity is like your toughness, right? Like how tough you that like fortitude.
No, we're thinking vitality. Well, vitality is also health, but sometimes it is toughness.
Okay, so yeah, I mean we'll have like a separation of health and fortitude. Well, I would put the
What stats did
stats.
you use?
Yeah,
What stats
that's
did
what
you
I
use?
was. That's so the stats we're gonna go with like health. That'll be like your health bar, like the amount of health that you have. Your
Mhm,
fortitude is gonna be like how much damage you take compared to others for certain attacks. You know,
mhm,
um, like if you have 5 different characters and Roanoa Zoro swings his sword at all 5 of them, like it's the same exact attack from Zoro, your fortitude is going to determine how much damage that character takes from that attack.
mhm,
Is an over explained way to to explain fortitude. So yeah, we're going to have health, fortitude, strength. That's the amount of damage that's going to come from your uh attacks that aren't from a weapon, because weapon skill is going to be the next stat.
mhm.
And
So
hockey
separated
is,
weapon proficiency.
yeah, it'll just be called weapon skill. And
Okay.
it's a video game, so I'm not gonna, like, it's also One Piece. One of the beautiful things about One Piece is keeping everything simple. So if it's just gonna be the same stat, like you'll be fucking if you have an incredibly high weapon skill and you've been using a sword the entire time, and then all of a sudden you're like, I want to fucking switch to a gun. You're not gonna restart at 0 on your skill. You're just
Mhm,
now you're gonna be fucking really awesome with a gun. So uh, because those are the kind of things that you're gonna buy new ones or upgrade them along the way. Like you're gonna stop at an island and you might find a blacksmith to upgrade your sword, or you might just buy a whole nother sword, gun, or
mhm.
whatever. Or slingshot. Um, let's see. So we got health, fortitude, strength, weapon skill. Um, everyone has like everyone has the ability to use hockey, just about
Mhm,
whether or not they learn it. So hockey specifically is going to be a skill. And so like, from like let's say level 1 to 5, you're only going to have armament hockey. And then
mhm,
once you get to, like past that, when you might unlock observation hockey, that'll be a separate stat that you can up with your points, but
mhm,
like I said, it'll be separate. It just won't be there until you've gotten your armament hockey to a certain stat, and then the same for conqueror's hockey. Those are the 3 types of hockey. Also, if you have a devil fruit, that is automatically going to unlock your devil fruit ability skill, which is going to be the same as a weapon skill. And you're not gonna unlock your Devil Fruit Awakening until you max out that skill, which is canon to the show. So, you know, skill 99 or whatever, however much, numbers we decide to use.
Charisma. I feel would play a big role.
Oh yeah,
Um.
definitely. Especially for like, because I would want it to be one of those where like when you're doing a quest and like you're talking to someone, I want you to be able to choose your responses. Because as a pirate, you might be a really great guy like Luffy, and you might be a really terrible guy like Blackbeard. So
Yeah.
I want you to be able to choose your responses and like what kind of person you are and shit. And I want that to affect how your crew looks at you. If you recruit a guy who's known to be a really good guy and you're making a lot of evil decisions, this dude's going to leave your crew the first chance that he gets. And he's not going to save you if you jump in the water. You'll have to rely on someone else on your crew to do that.
Yeah.
If you have a devil fruit, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Um, are you gonna go the route of having player, not guilds, but player like homes, stuff like that?
homes,
Yeah, like a
like
base. Like
well, yeah,
you have your ship.
definitely.
You
Because
have
you
your ship.
have, yeah,
And you
yeah,
have a
you're gonna
home.
have your ship, but like, there's definitely gonna be an option for that because all the Yonkos have like a home base, like, and you don't even have to be a Yonko to have that. Like, Doflamingo has his own fucking kingdom, which is Dressrosa. Um,
Mhm.
you know, so yeah, I mean, you'll be able to now. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to claim that by force, and there will be certain sections of the world, certain parts of each island, like if you overtake this base, you might have the option to keep it to yourself and put it as part of your faction or whatever you might call it, whatever we name it.
Mhm.
So, and then you're gonna have like you might, if you inspire, like, let's say you're incredibly evil and then you go do missions where like there are a lot of other evil pirates in the area and you like gain their respect, they might ask you to fly under your flag. You might become a commodore instead of a captain,
Mhm.
like Blackbeard. Or like Luffy, when Luffy saved everybody in Dressrosa, there was a bunch of people that egged Luffy to be part of his fleet. But like Luffy didn't accept it, but Luffy could be a Commodore right now.
Yeah. What about crafting, but also enterprise? What I mean by that is that are you gonna allow for trading, player trading?
Um,
To go a little more
like
explain that a
between
little better.
players.
So in Black Desert Online, they had a market, and you had the ability to sell stuff on that market. That mean houses, boats, weapons, specific items that have maybe a specific stats or abilities. So just special items or houses or weapons of any kind.
Yeah, I mean there's gonna be a trade market. There's also gonna be a black market because those are two things that are in the show that we see. Uh, so yeah, that I would definitely want that be in there. I would have, so like if you're doing a player to player trade, uh, you might have the option, like before you confirm the trade, to try to like underhanded, like screw them over, and
Mhm.
then it would turn into a battle. Like it'll turn into a fight, and you might start a fight trying to steal everything, and then lose everything because you get your ass kicked. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and then also like one thing that I would like is you don't have to be a captain. Like if you like, let's say Sanji's your favorite character because something's wrong with you. Uh, you you might want to be you might want to be a cook. So you might, one of the quest might be, you might meet a captain. Then after doing the quest, you might ask to join his crew. No, so I guess when you do character creation, you might choose like a desired occupation or something. No,
Hmm. It might be best to leave that as just open, and you just build that skill, in the background instead of
kinda.
choosing it. The only reason
Oh,
I
I
say that
would
is that
if I would do what I would do is like desired occupation as a thing, and then like your final stat on your stat sheet would be occupational skill.
mhm,
So if you're I know we had brought up charisma earlier, but if you're a captain, you automatically have a buff on your charisma. Then
yeah.
your occupational skill as a captain would bring up your charisma skill with it. Be like a 2 for 1. And that still is fair because you're a captain. You're not just somebody. Like you're not expendable.
Are you gonna do
So
boat repair? Meaning like the ship
absolutely.
gets damaged
You're
over time.
gonna if you don't have a shipwright on your crew, like Luffy has Frankie on his crew, that's a shipwright. Frankie can repair the ship while on the seas. If you don't have that, you're gonna have to go to an island and find a shipwright. And you might go to an island and they might have a shipwright that can't fix your boat because whatever's wrong with it is beyond his shipwright skill level. So I would
Are
have it.
you gonna have them focus on making sure they're keeping the crew fed? Supplies?
No, not at all.
I
I would
gotcha.
have food. The only thing the food would do is how much it would increase your health. If you have a fucking amazing chef, then you might eat a grape and it'll bring your health all the way up. But if you have a
Gotcha.
terrible chef, you might eat like a whole plate of food and get like half or 3/4 of your health bar or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But I wouldn't
Elaine,
have
are
them.
you listening?
No way.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. I feel like he's lying, but it is what it is. Um, and I feel like Squall he said a
Squall,
word
you're
this whole
muted, by
time.
the way.
Yeah, I know.
Squall's been listening. I've been seeing his face. He's been listening.
Okay, okay, okay.
So how do
What
y'all
else you got?
feel? Would you play it? Rate it to 1 to 10?
I give it a 7. I think it's an interesting concept. The only reason why I wouldn't rate it higher is because I don't know anything about One Piece really. So, I do like your whole you can bring people on to your team when you go to other islands. You get the option to when you complete the quests, and there's customization for your characters, stats, building. So it's got RPG elements. So it's like it's in my alley. So I like that type of gameplay.
Let me like further elaborate. It's not like a set uh specific quest that like you have to do. Like it's open world like the Assassin's Creed games. So you're gonna go on to whatever island you choose and you can do this quest or you could fucking walk right past it, you know. Uh so I don't know if that changes.
Um, what is
Like
okay?
I
So you
feel
got
like
end goal and you got an end goals. What are we going with that? Are you do you is it just the main end goal that everyone has in One Piece, or is it just many
no,
separate end goals?
no, there's plenty end goals in the show itself. So you would need that in the video game. You got people who your pirates usually want to go for the One Piece. You also have pirates that just want their own territory, like Flamingo, Boa Hancock, Kaido, Big Mom.
Mhm.
Um, so that might be the end goal. Um, you also have like the Revolutionary Army. Their end goal is to overthrow the government. You got the government. Their end goal is to conquer the entire world. Because there's still parts of it that they aren't in charge of. So yeah, but that would just be, I don't even think that would be a set thing that you would really like. I just feel like that would limit it on a game that the whole idea of the show is to be free, make your own
Mhm.
choices. So
Would you have
yeah,
islands outside of the world that Oda has made? Would you make islands like that?
abs- absolutely, you have to, because there's plenty islands that we see on the maps of the show that we never stop at. We will pass them right up, or whatever. So we would have everything that we see on the show landscape wise. Then
Mhm.
also we'd have extra islands that would be able to have a lot more freedom with, and pull in filler characters and make our own characters and shit like that.
I'm feeling a strong 8.5. Um, Mostly because I haven't watched One Piece besides like the few things I've seen. Um, I feel like I'd be even more jazzed if I knew One Piece like you do. But I like what you've said so far. Don't get it twisted. I like what you've said. Um, it's just I don't know much about One Piece.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to keep everything really simple too. Because to be honest, like, as far as just a video game, the way I was just describing it, I wouldn't need to One Piece to want to play that game. If somebody described that game to me, I would
Mhm.
want to play it without ever seeing it.
All right. Uh, so I'm gonna step away. So if Blaine's talking about his game, I'm gonna try to at least make it back, but I'm gonna step away, and I will be back soon.
Yeah, playing.
Um, I think yours is absolutely trash. I'm joking. It's pretty good. I like the concept. Like you go and find which devil fruit you want, and you can just search for like you could just trade this useless one. That you know that like there's like choppers. Like there's human fruit. Like I see no point
Yeah,
in that
for
as a
real.
human. But like you could just trade that one off
All
and
it would
then
do, Oda has already
go
said, by
find.
the way, Squall, let me stop you right here. Oda has already said if a human was to eat the human fruit, they would not get any new abilities. They would just lose their
The,
ability to swim, and that's it.
yeah. So I see no point in that. So like finding something like that, trading it, or switching it, and then go and
Or
find like
giving
the
it
flame
to
flame
a
fruit or
pet
some
that's
shit
on
like
your
that.
crew.
Yeah, and then going out and like, yeah, I want the flame fruit, shit like that. I like that concept. The whole friend meter and stuff, you could like not have a good connection with your crew, so they'll like leave you behind or start a mutiny and stuff like that. I think that's a really concept too. So you have to keep like a good morale and make decisions based off not just what you want, but also what the crew is to keep them on your side.
Uh,
And having like the chef concept and the skills and all that. I think I think overall with all the games I've played and stuff like that, it's like very much kind of like like the point system seemed like a Souls like game, like a leveling up system. Like you level up
yeah.
strength and health and stuff like that. And I love that about like the Souls like games, but it's open
Actually,
world, so
you
you can do
just
whatever the
made me
fuck you want.
realize I would also need like stats for the ship as well. Because I know you know
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
The ships in One Piece, they vary a lot. And so I think one of the things that, like earlier I said, if you're a captain, your occupational skill is automatically going to raise your charisma skill with it. If you're a navigator, it would automatically raise your crew's ships, like speed and shit like that, your ability to sail in general. Uh,
Yeah.
so, and then like what Ninja was saying earlier about like, would you choose your character's, goal or dream come true, whatever. Like I think every character uh would have that, because if you recruit a character like Sanji, whose dream is to see the all blue, and then your dream is to just get a territory and stay right fucking there, like Kaido and Doflamingo and Big Mom, well, that dude's not going to want to stay in your crew. No, his dream
Yeah.
is to go out and find something that's not on this fucking island. So
Yeah,
those
that's
kind of
like
things.
yeah, like I think not making an occupation in the beginning, like I want my dream to become the Pirate King or something like that. Like, cause like a lot of pirates in the One Piece series are pirates just to be fucking pirates, or
Right.
like you have
Just for the freedom.
fucking yeah, just for that. So I think like them doing what they want and not having a specific goal in mind at first, they figure it out along as they play would make the
Yeah.
game overall better instead of like starting off like, oh, I want to be king of the pirates. Oh, I want to be uh high in the Marines and stuff like that. Like they
Right.
figure out what they want to do, how they want to do it as they play the game. I think the story building on the game would be way better that way.
Also, I forgot to say, a big part of it would be your bounty. Um,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
that I think that determines a
that's a
lot
big
with
part of One Piece. And so
yeah,
I
with how
think the
many
way that I would handle that is not like if you have a huge bounty, you're not like constantly looking over your shoulder. They're not always looking for you because the biggest bounty in the world, Luffy's dad, they fucking almost never look for him, you know? So I think what I would
yeah.
do is the bigger your bounty is gonna determine like if you're just sailing and then a marine ship fucking clocks you and they're like, that's Hunter's crew. Then, if you have a relatively small bounty, it might just stay specifically to that ship. If you have $1 billion bounty, that ship might call in an admiral.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
it,
call in
like
support and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's
That's
what
how
I
I
was
would handle
thinking
that.
too. And like you go in, like your wanted posters being up, and you go on these random islands, and they see your wanted poster can determine on how things go in that specific area as well.
Right.
It's like how they didn't take Luffy serious at all till they saw Luffy's bounty
They
because he was just
somehow
some
didn't
young
take Luffy
kid. And
seriously even after Annie's lobby.
so I think that has a big thing with it. So me, I like Sea of Thieves and all that. I feel like they could have done more with it, but how you're saying it, like you said, even if I've never heard of One Piece and I was just into games and not anime and stuff like that,
Right.
I'd still very much play it like without a whim because it seems like it would be such a fun game. But like, uh, so is there like gonna be like an inventory that you hold all your stuff in, but you lose it if you die and stuff like that?
I think that's a good point. Like you can store stuff on your ship. You can store stuff in your like Ninja was talking about having a guild, like a base or whatever on land. You can
Yeah,
store things there. One thing that I wanted to bring up is so you're gonna have to find your own devil fruit, and there is it like canon in the show a devil fruit encyclopedia. And so
yeah, yeah,
if you
yeah. It tells you
so
about all
what
the
I would
devil
do,
fruits.
yeah, if what I would do in the game is like you might do a quest. There might be like a quest on every 5 islands or so. Uh that the reward will be a devil fruit encyclopedia. And what that encyclopedia would be is not only information on each devil fruit, but also the location of them in the video game. Like you do this quest to get this devil fruit. Then
Yeah.
there would also be special devil fruits that you would not find in the encyclopedia, right?
So how I would
And
do the
and
encyclopedia
then hold
is,
on though, one more thing
yeah,
about the devil fruits is when you like max out your devil fruit, your devil fruit skill, you max it out, and then you have your awakened devil fruit skill, and then you max that
yeah,
out. And what I would do is, depending on your hockey or how much reputation you have and whatever, there might be a secret third devil fruit skill option where you find out like Luffy thought he had the gum gum fruit, turns out he has a mythical Zoan type, like a literal god fruit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
certain fruits would have that aspect as well.
But how I was saying how I'll do the encyclopedia is to where if you want like you get bits and pieces of like the full thing. Like you have volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of it. So you don't see all the fruits at once. Like if you want to search for this
Yeah.
certain fruit, you have to find the encyclopedia if you don't want to just look around
Or
with your
like
fucking
region
head up your ass,
specific.
basically.
Like if you're in the
Yeah,
East
yeah,
Blue and you get the encyclopedia for the East Blue. Maybe something like that.
yeah, yeah. So it's just that, like, okay, I got this one devil fruit encyclopedia. I know exactly where the flame fruit is, and a flame fruit should be a higher tier fruit, in my opinion. So
Right.
like
Oh
you
yeah,
should like
definitely.
have to have like volume 6 or some shit like that, like to where you have to like go up and like you can't get the flame fruit like level 1 basically. You need to like work yourself up to it. But overall, how you was explaining it in like our conversation, I'd play it. I rate it like a good. I've watched One Piece. Not all of it. I've watched some of One Piece and seen a lot of people talk about it on the internet and edits and shit and episodes here and there on the internet. I'd give it like a good 8.5, 9, and I'd for sure play it.
Sweet. Ninja, are you back? No. So, Blaine, did you decide what anime you're making a game out of and how you're gonna make it?
Fuck yeah, yeah. Okay, so
Don't say Cyberpunk. They already did that.
it's not. It's not. It's hashtag bleach. You don't get the
Okay.
Bleach does not have the love in the games at all. Like I don't think there's a game for Bleach.
I
But how
agree.
I'd make it,
I don't think any Naruto game either had like what it should be.
yeah. So like I don't think there's no game for Bleach at all. That's not some like shit ass fucking phone games. Um, but how I'd do the Bleach is like when you make your character and everything like that, you could either start as a fucking Soul Reaper or a fucking Quincy, and you just or if you want to be on the main bad guys, you could be a fucking what's it called? Car. How I do it is you start off and you have to like level up. Like you're not going to just unlock your like be able to do Bankai or be able to like use your sword's true form, your Zanpakuto's true form. You would have to figure that out, level it up, and stuff like that, as well as leveling up your souls, like your spirit energy, your soul energy, to be able to do all these moves that they do in One Piece, figuring not One Piece, Bleach, and like have it kind of sort of open world, so you could go into Kurokura Town, where the hollows are, like because you could grind out hollows for points and stuff like that. It's not gonna be as big as like the One Piece game you was talking about, but or go to the Soul Society to learn the skills they have, or
Is it like describe the world? Like, is it just like one city, like Grand
ooh,
Theft Auto?
so like I'm like it's the world is like I'm gonna guess big, but like it mainly focuses around like 3 places, which is Korokoro Town, which is where the main character like lives, which a lot of hollows come to for some reason. Then you have the Soul Society, which is where the Soul Reapers live, and then you have I forgot what it's called. That's where main bad guy ends up making his headquarters, and it's where the hollows are made. It's like the where you go after death or whatever, basically hell. So
Mhm.
how it is Soul Society's heaven, fucking uh Horrorcore Town's just plain earth, and then where the hollows are is hell, basically. So as a spirit passes, you don't go to the Soul Society. I think you're just born there. But like you could die and have a grudge and become unhollow and then want to eat humans and stuff like that for their souls and stuff. But you have these things called Zombok toes, which are they're shaped in a katana every time, but once you figure out its name, you unlock its true form, which can vary to like Ichigo's becomes like it stays a katana. One's Zanpak toe is some weird crooked sword that makes his everything he touches 2 times the weight, and and it stacks. One's is a big ass fucking like mallet. One's is a fucking it has a chain that has 2 scythes on the end of it. So you got to like figure it out. The name of your Zanpak toe to create your fucking like your name and figure out your true form. I don't know exactly because you're just not gonna be randomized because then that's gonna take the like what you want to base your character around. If you decide to be a Soul Reaper, so I feel like how you decide to go as through the story decides that if you're gonna be decently good, morals are good and stuff like that, depending on
I
all
gotcha.
that. But then Quinksays are humans that use spirit energy and like bow and arrows type forms to kill hollows. So you would have to train under a Quinsay master and stuff and doing small stuff around the fucking overworld to upgrade there. And you could still go to the Soul Society in the hollow to grind and just not even gonna say be a fucking whatever it is, a hollow person. Fuck that shit. That'll be too complicated because they're just
Hollow purple.
born overpowered. A what?
Hollow purple.
Not hollow purple. We're not talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. We're talking about Bleach.
Like the cleaning supply.
But yeah. um, I think it depends on what you want to be instead, like a Queen Say or a Soul Reaper. And then, but it's open world, so you could redo quests or like missions. I'm gonna say missions, or you could go to be instead of you could rise the rank of captain or head captain in the Soul Society and become this super strong Soul Reaper to where you don't have to really do shit. Or you could just be like Ichigo, this substitute Soul Reaper who comes in and fights the main bad guys, but has nothing to do with the Soul Society. It could be this lone person, or you could be a Queen Say that just hates Soul Reapers for some fuck reason. Oh wait, never mind. I know why. And just kill them on your own and stuff like that. That's mainly the gist of it. I'm not gonna get into super big detail because I'm low key hella tired. But I would just love to see a Bleach game. That's mainly it.
They are coming out the new Bleach game.
You are coming with the Bleach game?
Yeah, I forget what it's called though.
Who's
The
making it?
new one's coming out.
Yeah, because I feel like Bleach did not get love in the gaming community at all. Like I
Yeah.
haven't really seen any games for Bleach, and Bleach is
Fine.
such a good anime for us not to have one.
I find that
Don't
Bleach
fuck
got
power system.
too much love in the anime community. I don't know how it's one
It's
of
a
the
real,
big three.
Good one.
you know, it's really good. You know how the big three is. It's off manga sales.
I honestly feel, and I do mean this, and I'm not like saying this like to bash on Bleach. I know I bash on Jujutsu Kaisen a lot because Squall loves it, but I really do feel like the only reason Bleach is in the big three is because there was so many people that wanted to hate on Dragon Ball Z that they didn't want to accept DBZ in the big three, and so they kept saying Bleach, Bleach, Bleach. But there's too many DBZ fans that like DBZ is too fucking big for it to not be considered the greatest. So everyone eventually decided that the big three is directly under DBZ. Because I
Yeah,
remember when
DBZ is like
those
the
arguments
grandfather.
first started. Yeah, when I remember when the argument first started about what's the big three, people kept saying Dragon Ball Z is part of the big three, and then there was people that no, it's not. DBZ sucks, and it's like that's how you knew who was an anime fan and who wasn't. Because if you're gonna sit there and say Dragon Ball Z is not one of the best animes of all time, your opinion is completely invalid in all future arguments of anime, regardless. It's an
So,
undeniable
like,
fact. It's like trying to say Mike Tyson
how
sucks at boxing.
yeah, how they were showing it, something like I just don't want it to be evolved around Ichigo itself. Like you make it and you decide where you want to be at in the like soul ranking
So you'll
of
make your own
are you gonna
character?
be yeah, you'll make your own character. You're not gonna be Ichigo. You could either be a Quincy or Soul Reaper, or be like Ichigo and somehow be both. I know how he's both. I'm just not spoiling shit for people who might watch it.
Gotcha.
It's really good. But I think it all depends on how you want to build your character. Like there's gonna be stats and stuff depending on if you want to learn the flash step and different. I forgot what like spells they basically use in the Soul Society or be a Queen say. Like I feel like all that determines on stats, but you start off saying, "Hey, I want to be this," but like so you can level up and just be a normal person in the Soul Society ranks, or or like level up to lieutenant, the captain if you wanted to, or like I said, be like Ichigo and have your own little squad who just fights the main bad guys because from people that have all this training of years and years of being a Soul Reaper can't defeat a fucking Arankar for some fuck reason, but this dude who's been a substitute Soul Reaper for fucking 3 months is soloing these bitches.
Oh.
But no, there's reasons, man. Low key is like has like all he fucking Ichigo has a hollow in him, Soul Reaper powers, and Queen Say powers. So man's stacked. He's just overpowered for no reason.
Gotcha. So
And like I would like
your Bleach
it
game is
having
gonna be character created, open world. Um, you said open world, or is it
yeah,
adventure?
to a certain
You have
like
like a
and then
linear
like it's
story
not gonna
or a
be like a
semi-linear
yeah, it's,
story?
yeah, it's not gonna be like path like you could decide to go to the Soul Society or the where the hollows are or stay in Korokoro
Right, but you
town.
said like depending on your actions in the game is gonna. You said it'll determine like your reputation or attitude or something, like good
Like
versus evil.
act yeah, like determines on how fucking well you are with certain like determines on what your true Zanpakuto form is. Because I feel like just randomizing Zanpakuto forms would just not be fun as the game because like you can get this weapon that does shit basically as your true form of your Zanpakuto after you learn its name. And I feel like that would like piss a lot of people off. So like it depends on how you play your character. Like if you around not saving people or like, decide like I'm gonna just beat this nigga's ass for no reason.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
all right. So my question is, all right, you said open world, right?
Yeah.
So is it open world like Assassin's Creed games, like we were talking about earlier, or is it open world like Grand Theft Auto, where you can do whatever in the world, but your story is a linear or sublinear story based off your
I'm gonna
actions?
say open world like Assassin's Creed 2. So how Assassin's Creed 2 open world was is you could be in this town city, but you could also travel to a different town and city, but like do a cutscene or like fast travel type of deal. That's how it'd be between
Right.
the Hollows are, fucking the Soul Society and Korokoro Town. It'd be like that. Not like you're gonna travel through all the things like it would be in Odyssey, Origins, or Valhalla. Not that kind of open world.
Okay.
All right, Squall, how
Gotcha.
did you feel about everything you said so far?
Hang on.
Locked in. I didn't even hear half of that.
Ninja.
I know I didn't hear half of that. So I don't know. I got a question to that one. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna say to you, Ghost Hunter. I'm gonna give that a 5 because I didn't hear half what you said.
That's
I ain't gonna
fair
lie to you.
rating, honestly.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't watched Bleach either, so really everything you said is kind of like whatever. I know Ichiko has like that mixture. I think it's because of the parents, but outside of that, you know, I don't know much.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna
And there's
be
that
like
one
you
guy
have
with that
like it's gonna be like you're not gonna play it mainly unless you know Bleach type of deal. It's not gonna be
Mhm.
like in depth as Hunters and yours and stuff like that. Mainly Hunters. Hunters is just probably gonna be like $100 game base form. It sounds like.
These would have to be a live service, I think.
Yeah.
An MMO, yeah, it's still a live
You'll
service.
have an MMO option. You don't have to play MMO. I'm
So you're
not
talking about like
like the
Red Dead.
I guess, but I'm not like those assholes that make Sea of Thieves where like force you into online.
Mhm.
But yeah, you have the online option. Um but as far as Blaine's game, I think that like because I never watched Bleach either. So the game like I'm trying to picture it in my head and like literally the setting and everything is just mysterious. But I feel like if I was to play that game, like if I downloaded it because it was on Game Pass and I didn't have to pay for it, what would keep me playing it would be how good the fighting is, how good the combat is. If it's really fun to keep playing, then it wouldn't matter that I never saw the show, you know. But as far as like the story and everything, I can't really give an opinion on that because I haven't seen the show. So it for me it would boil down to however good the fighting is. And
Yeah.
y'all keep saying the power system in that show is the best. So I feel like there's a lot to work with for the fighting. So yeah, it probably would be a really fun game. Like, I never watched the Fortnite anime, but I've played that game all the time.
I know you're joking, but are
Oh,
you serious? Is that a thing?
no.
No, it's
Is that
not
an
a
actual
thing.
thing? I was about to say.
If it is, I want to know. 'Cause
I know they got comics, and if the comic is right, because they had like Batman and like Snake Eyes in there, and basically once you enter that realm, you lose all sense of like who you were beforehand. Like there's still some muscle memory stuff going on, where like you kind of know who you are, but like they don't fully know who they are, and they can't really talk in there either. I think they can
Mm,
talk. It's just that they have to kind of
like the
remember
Save the World
through.
game mode.
No. In the comics, there's a comics for it. Like Batman goes to Fortnite world, and Snake Eyes is in there. There's comics for it.
Yeah,
And it's like it's something about like they get amnesia when they enter the Fortnite world. That's why
right.
Batman's over here grabbing guns and shooting stuff, and Kratos is dancing like a female, and you know that's all the reason why.
I saw a hilarious meme of Kratos, and it said Kratos, your woman is pregnant. What are you gonna name the kid? And he goes, boy. And they're like, well, what if it's a girl? What if you have a daughter? And he says, then I will name her boy. Oh, what's your anime video game?
Locked in.
Oh my god, you're
it's
so fun.
it's it's like 9:40. I'm about to get off. I got work in the morning. Gotta be up at like 6.
All right, big
Mhm.
dog.
Alrighty.
I'll give it after
So
this
All right,
I
match.
well,
feel like this. I feel
all
like
right.
it's Dragon Ball related, but I want to give him a chance.
Ninja, I'm gonna catch you up on. Me and Blaine decided to add some things to my game. So, you're definitely gonna have ship stats as well.
Mhm.
How fast your ship is, how tough it is, things like that, and then also um your character's occupation, right? Uh,
Mhm.
like I said earlier, if you're a captain, then your charisma is gonna go up with your occupation stat. Well,
Mhm.
if you're a navigator, that's gonna up all of your ship's mobility stats. Uh, so that's one of the things. Um, what was else? Oh yeah, as far as devil fruits. So in the show there are devil fruit encyclopedias. So what we would do is like if you're in the East Blue and you do a
Mhm.
quest and your reward is a devil fruit encyclopedia, now you have all the known locations of devil fruits in that region. And
Mhm.
so that would be how you would find them. And then also there would be special devil fruits that aren't in the encyclopedia you would be able to find, not randomly, but they're there. They're just, you don't know the location of them.
Okay. Okay. It's an interesting idea. Um, is that it?
I mean, kinda. Like, there's things
Mhm.
that, like if you have a medic, obviously their occupational stat is going to be how fast they can heal you.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Um, just those kind of things. I'm pretty sure that's all we added.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Um, here's a fun one while we're waiting on Squall. So let's try to build one for One Punch Man. You can do that. Mm.
Yeah. Um,
You know, the
think
crazy
if
part
one
is you could
punch.
kind of do anything in One Punch Man.
Really?
Um, that's like if you look at every hero, there's a guy with a bat. That's just all he is. He's just got a bat. You got a tank top guy. Uh, you got the prisoner guy, which we're certain he's been doing some certain things you see in prison. Uh, he, what's his name? Cletus?
He's been giving people tattoos.
Well, no, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we're not gonna go there. Uh, and he I think his super form is he gets naked and he has like butterfly wings or something. I'm still not sure on that. You got Mumin Rider. This dude just rides a bicycle around. I mean,
Oh,
it's
Squall
literally
looks like
anything.
it's done.
I
Oh,
guess then
you look fucking pissed, bro.
I am pissed. Everyone keeps doing this bullshit, bro. Like they charge up
they throw that meta.
till they get superpower, and then they unleash their ultimate attack, and it takes out like 2 bars of my health. And I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're getting me in like infinite combos and shit. It's fucking annoying.
It's a fucking fighting game. PvP. It's what's gonna happen. That's been happening since Mortal Kombat 1. I don't know how
I
you
can't
didn't expect that.
I can't get people in
But
infinite combos.
people are
Unless
gonna cheese moves. That's why the term cheese is a term.
there's probably already combo videos on. You might want to see.
Yeah, dude.
There's probably whole combo videos. But you could pretty much do anything. I mean, you could literally be a guy. There's a guy dressed as a dog, Cold Sauce. There's a guy dressed as a dog. Uh,
We got furries.
so, um,
I
let's
want a
try to.
big titty elephant furry.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. Mm-mm. Hey, you know what's sad fact is probably a thing. Um, let's see. So number one, we had Garo, who was on the villain side, but like I would consider him more of an anti. You know, the weird part is I'm not really sure what he is. I don't want to outright call
Mm.
him a villain, but I wouldn't call him an anti-villain or an anti-hero. He's
Ooh.
somewhere in the middle of that, whatever that is. Um, so I'm gonna say and then you got the whole monster side. I kind of feel like if you were to allow someone to be a monster in something like Saitama, not in One Punch Man, biggest problem is gonna be Saitama himself. So then it's like, well, you give them like a collateral damage meter, where once you get too high, Saitama comes after you. And if that happens, that fight's over in like literally the second he hits you. So maybe that's like a prevention mechanic of the whole city is getting destroyed. But like I don't know, I don't want to do that. That just sounds terrible. Um, and then there's like having them go up into the ranks. Like, all right, cold sauce. Where do you want to start at with that? Okay, where do you want to start at? What are our limitations? Let's start there.
Dude, I've never watched a fucking commercial for One Punch Man.
I'm gonna put it like this: anything you could literally be a guy that just lets yourself get bit by ants. Okay, I'm gonna put it like that. You could be a guy that lets yourself get bit by ants, and somehow that gives you superpowers in that world. Anything could happen. Anything. Again, like I told you, there's a guy that's
Okay.
literally dressed up as
Well
a dog.
then well then you can create your character, but you have to start off as like grocery store janitor
I could see it.
or a bouncer for a club.
All right, my game
I
would
feel
probably
like
be Kengan Ashura versus Baki, one-on-one tournament. Kind of like Street Fighter ish, maybe more 3D ish. Definitely like you take all the characters in Baki and all the characters in Kengan Ashura and put them in a one fighting game.
That would go so fucking hard.
you wouldn't do something like Tekken or a game like Baki versus King Ashura.
Yeah, maybe
That's
like one-on-one fighting 3D ish, like Tekken ish. Yeah.
I could totally see that.
you're fucking right.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like you're talking about side view, like Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat, Injustice, shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that would go hard as fuck. Would always choose Yujiro.
That's only story mode only. Are you fighting
So what?
Yujiro Hanma? It'd have to be story mode only, my guy. Story mode only.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Final boss story only. You'd have like other like certain characters would have different skins. Like you'd have a version of Sea King Retsu that has the peg leg.
Mhm.
You'd have a version of Dopo Orochi where he's missing a hand.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this is just I don't know if you guys ever seen Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, but there's a specific character called Luang or Luang, and basically, if he wins the fight against anyone in the game, it's basically a daydream of how they would win that fight. And so, if you beat Yujiro Hanma, this is just what they would think would happen if they had actually beaten him. I could see that being a whole thing.
Yeah, but you can't though.
You could only because his specific character states that there's nothing in the Baki universe that could be him. besides Baki. If you were to go Baki wise, sure, that's a possibility. But outside of that, there's nothing that can really touch his capability. But you could have someone daydreaming how they would beat Yujiro.
Daydreaming, sure. But the thing is, okay, the only way I would do it like that is you like after your fight with Yujiro, you know, you win, and then you have like the cutscene where it shows that he was just daydreaming about it. And then Yujiro would just appear behind you and he would say, like, so you've been daydreaming about beating me, huh? And then just fucking or even
And maybe
like
we get like a
it'll
cutscene afterwards where
it'll
y-
even like
like Dojo
that
Orochi's fight.
that'll like that little cutscene, you know,
Mhm.
after like Yujiro shows up and like starts fighting you, it'll put you in a fight and it'll have him set to where like he perfectly blocks and perfectly attacks and like everything is literally just maxed out to it. Even if you play perfectly robotically, you won't be able to beat him
Mhm.
because he's fucking Yujiro Hanma.
All right, guys.
Then you got Yuichiro. Oh,
About time for me to end it.
gotcha.
Yeah. Do a raid. Go hit the gym before work. Yeah.
You had a lot of
Sorry.
fun tonight?
I was pissed, bro. I got my dub right at the end, so I'm not as mad anymore. But I just cut it off at that last win, so I can't get mad afterwards.
He's gonna hop on as soon as we get off. I see it now.
Maybe later. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let's see outros. So yeah, do your guys' outros. Plug your socials one last time. Uh, and then outro question will be favorite move in Dragon Ball.
All right.
Okay. Who's first?
You can start Seven Ninja, then Hunter, then me.
All right. I'm 7 Ninja 7. You can find me at Game Jolt, MeWe, and Rumble. Consider checking those places out. Leaving a follow and maybe joining my Discord. Regardless of all that, my favorite move in Dragon Ball has to be the special beam cannon. I think the specific one I remember is we see a random special beam cannon. I think it's in the either in Metal Cooler. It's in one of the cooler. I think it's Cooler movie in general, but it's one of them. We see an off-screen special beam cannon, and it's just literally you see Piccolo chilling out, meditating. He's just kind of sitting peacefully, but like you could just tell that he just sniped a guy off screen. And so, probably my favorite move.
Okay, that's a
What you
good
got,
choice. Not gonna
Shinzo?
lie.
I'm Hunter, Secret Code Sauce. You can find me on TikTok at Hunter on Tick. I am the most handsome man on TikTok, regardless of what Squall is about to tell you. Don't believe it. Don't even take either of our words for it. Just go look at us on TikTok and see for yourself. You will decide that I'm the best. You can even leave a comment if you want. You can tag Squall saying, yeah, Squall, this dude looks way fucking better than you. Uh, uh, my favorite move in DBZ is the Gallic gun. Always get extremely excited when I see Vegeta about to use it. I know he only uses it like twice in the show, but it's the one that I get the most excited to see.
The final
Uh,
fail.
no, not the final fail, you fucking dick face. So, yeah.
All right, and I am Squall. Thank everybody for joining him to Senzu Talks. Sorry, I wasn't really engaged in the chat or the I was more engaged in the live chat, but sorry I wasn't really engaged with the conversation. You know, today is the last day of early access, so I had to get it all out of the way. Get as much experience and content out there as possible before everyone else and their mamas gets it. Let's see. I got a link tree. Just check out linktree/Squall Rush. Since Hunter says disregard everything I say, Hunter is the most handsome man on TikTok, so don't believe me because it's not true. Besides that, my favorite move is actually the Kaioken. I like the way it looks in Dragon Ball. I think it's just very underrated and not used once Super Saiyan came in and kicked it out the window. So kind of a sad face there. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for joining in. I wasn't really paying attention to how much viewers we had. I think we got up to like 16 on Rumble at one point. Yeah. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the panel. Next week I will be more engaged once the whole Sparking Zero hype dies down. Yeah. Check out Shma for the raid, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Good. Spit on that thing.